sword fight, fight, fight. Monkey sword fight, fight, fight. Monkey sword fight, fight, fight. Monkey sword fight, fight, fight.
No sponsor this week.
They just ran it. Their weeks are up.
Stevie Gray's no been in to top up the funds, so
I've heard through the grapevine the old Paul Patrick Pullman and Heaton might be looking to get us.
Hey!
Oh, so he's not even.
He's back. He's back doing the plumbing. Back in the game.
Back like cooked crack.
Back in the game. He fitted my shower for me earlier, like a legend.
Nice.
I've now got a shower that's got actual water pressure in it, too, man. I'm buzzing.
A shower without water pressure is no good.
Oh, mate, the shower we had before was absolutely fucking guff. Like, it was like it would spray it out and you had to add it on like almost between the jet wash session and the normal setting.
Mm-hmm.
But even then you had to like lean right underneath it.
No,
and I'm
not for me.
6'2", so like it's a pain in the arse to try and get into showers for me normally because they didn't go up that fucking high.
Do you ever see those pictures? You bump into them a lot on.
you make it sound like you're fucking 8'3" or something. Eh? 6'2".
I'm not exactly
He's a
big,
big boy.
Every shower's too big.
but
for
18
it, too
stone,
small for
6'2". There's not many spaces that can fit me comfortably, Andy, mate.
You like all sorts, Mike.
I do like all sorts.
I
But
got
Andy has implemented a ban on eating during the show. So
Have you?
yeah.
I
Oh,
can't,
Rachel's doing her
because
thing
Rachel-
already.
When you open that bag up, I was looking over Andy like, ooh.
It's all right. It's,
Don't
the
do
show's
well
not
with rules, Andy.
Rules are meant to be
Not at all.
broken.
yeah, like, I mean, we've not started the show yet, so I mean, fill your boots.
I'll take one.
I got a Snapchat for Rachel when I was walking around here.
Like-
She's just like, nay, sniffing.
Oh, that's going to be me tonight.
I'm off a gear tonight, Rachel. It's fine.
I'll just text her back, Miss Rana had a
I've got
cold.
the cold.
Skip this episode.
Oh, yeah.
Yourself. Yeah,
Oh
for me
my
too.
God. All sorts. Oh no.
It's like Rachel never gets sick. Eh?
She does, but she just doesn't. She wouldn't come on there. If she was like, even slightly sniffly, she wouldn't come anywhere near the podcast.
Anyway, I was saying about the shower. Sometimes you see on Instagram people over in like these exotic islands, and they're like outside in those showers, and it's kind of like a bucket of kind of pouring over them. I'm like, no, that's not a good shower.
Oh mate,
It's not a good shower.
my mum and dad have got one of them like the rainfall showers, and it's see when you're hungover, man. It's the fucking
good.
best.
Yeah.
Man. You just like literally just sit on the flare and just let it pour over
Your
you.
whole night washes away. from the drain.
It's clogged in the drain.
It's going to take more than a shower to wash mine away, I'll tell you that much.
It's filled the system with holy water. Decent preamble. Decent preamble.
Decent, very decent.
Oh man.
So you bought snacks and you bought water. You're failing here because you're not supposed to have any drinks.
Are we on?
I'm like, no, like a
And
bit
Mike's
fist
like,
away
"Wah."
from your mic, so like that far away, because if you end up back there, Rachel will complain about that as well.
I got water too though, so I can't share. Oh, you got Iron Brew today.
There's not even any tea making facilities in here.
There's no tea making
First of all,
facility.
don't come in here shitting on our
Bring your
studio,
own tea.
okay? And second of
If you're
all,
gonna bring tea, bring it for the
I
Hill
want
Group.
some more.
There needs to be a kettle in here.
Well, Fiona was actually talking about that bit there in the hall, was like putting like a wee worktop bit in it, like
Yeah.
with a wee sink
Yeah,
and
you
a
need
wee
that.
cupboard.
When you've got big important guests like me on the show, I want a fucking cup of tea.
Coming
Here
in
we
here, diva attitude straight off the bat. Starts filming her video. I think she's fucking Archie.
The thing was, when we were cutting loose down here on Saturday night, when Alex came down, he was meant to bring plastic cups, but he didn't bring plastic cups. He brought down 6 like tea mugs. So you can imagine they didn't get taken up.
Never, it just reminds me like you rock up to a house party after the dance and he's like, oh, it's on the dishwasher here. Here's your body and Coke and my fucking My Little Ponies mug. You're like,
Look down at the door.
I'll drink it.
I think there's still a couple of bottles
they
of vodka
are.
outside. There's mixer in that there.
Oh, let's get smashed.
So
I'm
if
off
you do
tomorrow.
want to start trying, I think there's beers too. Shout out to Mark Morrison because they'll be getting drunk. Innocent Guns as well. Yeah,
I might
man.
have a Richie. I'm not driving. I might hey.
I
Eh?
could
Nah,
go
I'm
for
You
it.
want to go a beer?
Aye, fucking dig in, man. Let's go. Courtesy of Mark Morrison.
Thanks, Mark. Speaking,
These are
Yeah,
these are
yeah.
nice, by the way. I had a couple of these on Saturday. I was like, I don't think I've had these before. I was like,
Aye,
oh,
I've
they're
had
all
them
right.
before.
They do them at the racing. A pint of Innocent Gun at the racing.
speaking of driving here and repairs around the around here.
Mike's got his
That-
podcast voice on. Should
Are we
start?
on? Are we?
This is
a little
preamble.
preamble.
Are you
This is
recording?
preamble. Yeah, yes.
Yeah.
That parking lot is like it's like driving on the moon, isn't
Oh, mate,
it?
that's terrifying. Like,
Oh,
What was I
have you
was
seen
saying?
the moon tonight?
It is, yeah. It's super big, yeah.
When we were driving it here last time, we were both sort of like parked awkwardly. We had to do this weird ass 3-point turn
I did
over
look-
these fucking hills, and every time I was
Oh,
like,
yeah,
my
it's
suspension's
mental,
gone. It's fucking gone.
I did like 19 moves to get out of that parking lot. So this time I did all the moves. Now I backed in so I can just shoot right out.
I mean, sorry, I never fucking forward park anymore, man.
You have to. Oh, you don't park at work, do you?
No,
Okay.
but like
Well, you have to reverse park
I
it that way.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate
There's
that.
one beat.
there's the first beep
Bleep
gone.
that out.
Hate that.
I can't forward partner.
These yours?
Yeah, they're mine.
Ooh, these are
Got them for my Christmas.
Oh wow,
Them's my gym
they got a little
headphones.
weight to them too.
Yeah, them's my gym headphones.
How's the battery life on them?
Good, like 10 hours.
Oh, ooh, okay.
I got them at Christmas and I've charged them like 3 times.
Nice.
Yeah, shows how often I go to the fucking gym in January. I did
I
the
was just going to
did it-
say, but no.
I did the reverse January and fucking didn't go because it was I went a couple of times in January and like you couldn't get near fucking anything.
Yeah.
And I was just like, right, okay, if you're going to keep it up, then that's fine. But it was all these people you're just like, they'd walk on a treadmill for half an hour at like a snail's pace, sitting on their phone the whole time, and then walk off and go home. You're like,
It's better than nothing.
is it though?
Yeah, getting to the gym.
No,
Now,
because
sometimes getting there is half the battle.
These are the type of people you know that are then going home and like, I've been at the gym, I'm going to have me a pizza.
I've been all over the
yeah.
Sorry.
I can't-
That's me in the gym.
Yeah, entering and leaving the gym.
Me and my pal Rachel, we were in there like an Fit for Less. There's like where you stand on a leg press, you can see into like the big workout hall.
Yeah.
And some big muscle bound Mary was in there, eh? And like me and Rachel
Muscle
caught
bound
him
Mary.
in the mirror taking selfies, and he looked at us, seen us laughing, and then like took 2 steps back, so he wasn't in the doorway anymore. You've been fucking rumbled,
You
squire.
don't take a picture, it didn't happen. So
Yep.
Worst thing I ever done in the gym was when my hair was long, I had to tie it up. I was cutting about with a fucking man bun, and it was horrifying. I hated myself. But it was when I had this, but my hair, honestly, before I got cut, my
wear a
hair
hat.
came down past my lip. No, I'll be fucking roasting. But then you look like one of those guys that wears the hat in the gym.
to get your sweat on.
But they didn't. No, I mean like those cunts with a baseball cap, and they do more rearranging their baseball cap than they do deadlift.
that'd be me. Yeah. That'd be me.
Should we
Did
get
I tell the
started?
Did I tell
Oh,
the
I
story?
sniffed.
About, oh, you did.
Rachel's going to go mental.
That's strike 2.
I've got the cold, Rachel.
Did I
No
tell?
way I'm going to be able to beat these out tonight, guys. Not a chance.
Did I tell the story about me getting stuck on the leg press in the gym? I think I did. No.
No.
Go on, Mike.
This is when I was in. This is a long preamble,
This is
but
the
this is
best
awesome.
preamble ever.
So I must have been like 16 or 17, and well, my friends were really into the gym, and I was like, I'm gonna get started. I was long and wiry, kind of like I am now, and we went to the gym, and they had like one of those guest passes. So I didn't have anything to change into, but I had my shorts for gym. But they didn't have like long shorts for gym. They were all like mesh and short, and they were weird. So a picture of me like with like this raggedy t-shirt, because that's the only shirt I had on, and these like green gym shorts that were all wrinkly because they were in my bag all day, and I had like tube socks like halfway up my leg, and I had my sneakers on, probably nice sneakers.
Strong,
Socks.
strong
Yeah.
look,
Tube
man.
socks.
So we're doing all, it was leg day that day. We did a little run in, we did a couple other things, and I was on the leg press, and I was the last person to do the set, so that my legs were kind of tired as it is. And then I put on some weight, and I was like, oh no, I can do this. So I put on a little bit of extra weight, and then I just kind of got stuck. Just picture my knees, like I was giving birth. My knee, like in the stirrups. My knees about my ears. And I actually had to scream help. I was like, help! Help! And these 2 huge guys just came in like with their finger, just moved it out. They were like, and they laughed their ass off.
Oh, you poor bastard, Michael.
It was a while before I went back to the gym after that.
You never went back, did you?
I did. But after I put a little size on, I did some push-ups in the house before I went back. All right, let's get
Imagine
started.
that would be pretty shaming,
That'd
like
be
getting
brutal.
stuck on a
Absolutely
machine, eh?
She was like,
My life is
Or
full
it
of
just like
stories.
started getting faster and you didn't know how to stop it until you like literally just fell off the thing, eh? Like, fuck.
You ever see those boys showing off on a treadmill and they're like putting the sprint speed up and you're like, I would literally give anything to watch you just smash your puss off. You're like, you flash bastard. But that's just me.
We have some. We have a
too.
gym Braw Or Naw, actually.
Oh, do we?
Yeah.
Well, let's actually get started
Let's
then.
get fired in,
Let's
yeah.
get started. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for bearing with us through that long ass preamble.
That was good though.
Welcome back to Perth's premier podcast, Monkey Sword Fight, with me, your host Jordan Patrick, and my co-host Mr. Michael Dodds.
Word with dots. If you don't know your own value, somebody will tell you your value, and it'll be less than what you're worth. Oh.
Yeah.
Hey.
nice.
I love every now and
That
again.
one from Instagram this week.
Yeah, but look, it's got a picture of Bernard Hopkins on there. There's no way Bernard Hopkins said
Oh,
that.
beat up was
I
that.
love it when you get it's the worst ones you see folk doing all the time, like Tom Hardy, some like deep shit, and it was like Tom Hardy said this. Is like no,
No,
he
he
didn't. Tom Hardy writes with crayons. Like, it's-
Tom Hardy's just a good-looking guy, and they put his picture on there. Yeah.
fair, I would. Andy Mack on the ones and twos, as per usual.
What's happening?
And we are joined this week by the ever wonderful Rana Marathon. How are you, pal?
I'm very well. How are
Good
you?
stuff. Struggling through that cold, aye.
I am, yes.
The
Powering
applause.
through.
Yeah.
I'll power through.
Hardest working women in Perth.
Totally.
Speaking of, do you have anything else you need to check in there? Or am
I
jumping
think
in?
that's me. That's what you carry on, Michael.
Well, first, I guess I should say you can advertise on our podcast if you would
Can
like
advertise
to.
on a podcast.
No amount's too small. Help your business get in the ears of our listeners. We can also provide you with an invoice for tax purposes.
Ooh, yous have gone up in the world, eh?
It's 2019, Rana. Come on now.
We's a business.
For more information, please send us an email to monkeyswordfightpodcast@gmail.com.
Do it.
So we were just talking about colds, and ever since Andy and I bashed you for about 20 minutes when you weren't here about being sick, I've been sick. I've been sick since that point.
Karma is a
Yeah.
I
motherfucker.
saw your tweets.
Yeah, I was dying. I was in bad shape. I did not.
At least I didn't tweet about my sickness.
I tweeted about it when it was done, though. But it took me a while to shake it, man. I wasn't in a good space. Like it was bad. I didn't I had the cold, and then it kind of went away. And then it came back, and then it was like man flu, and then it kind of just stopped. And now I'm at the phase where it's gone away. I'm feeling good now.
I took that last week off the gym, and I had just a week of the best sleeps of my fucking life.
Yeah.
You know how you do that? Where you go a while where haven't you sleep like shit, and then you have that one good night's sleep, and you feel like you can do fucking anything.
Nah, I sleep pretty well most of the time.
Oh man, I slept like a baby the last few nights. Fucking doss. I was on a week of Codemol ibuprofen cocktail one night though. Oh man, it was great.
What was that?
I had
That's not sleeping, that's unconscious.
A
it
drug
was
induced
still
coma.
fucking.
Aye.
It was good though. I woke up feeling brand fucking new. Got any feedback from last week's show? Feels like it was ages ago. I talked about this earlier.
Wait. By the way, I did drink a Bud Light, and that's when the cold broke.
That's because it's mostly water, so you're hydrated. Yeah.
Maybe it was that. Yeah. But after I had a couple cans of Bud Light, then I was like, you know what? I feel kind of good.
I had one of those Bud Lights. I think I talked about this. A slice of lime.
Yeah.
It was actually quite refreshing.
What percentage are the Bud Lights?
Piss.
Are they?
It
I
was,
think it's like 3.6.
yeah, it's not even worth drinking.
No.
I get that to
It is
Riley.
worth drinking.
Riley
I'm bringing that
drinks
to the
more than
garden
that,
party.
Get on my sleep.
man. If you bring that to your garden party, I'll kick you out your own house. Like I will.
Speaking of Riley, I was down at the school today trying to return some library books. Late, of course.
Nice.
And as I was walking past the gate there, the ball went over the fence. So I guess we were playing soccer in the field there. And they were like, come on, man, give us the ball. Like it was like a 70s jive movie. Come on, man. And I was like, all right.
What you doing?
So I hustled down there. And they were like, it's Mike. And I was like, who's that? And I was like, oh, you guys know me from the podcast. Like, you guys shouldn't be listening to that. It's not for you. And then I was like, oh, it's Riley. And I was like, oh, what's up, Riley? So I chucked it over there. And then I actually see my daughter on the way out, too, which
Nice.
is good. So all the kids said, don't do drugs. And then
Then I sold them some
went
crack.
to the went to the library, which was closed, which was a waste of time, and headed back home.
Sorry. Just had a breaking news from the sports world.
Oh, what is it?
Man United are beating Chelsea 2-0 at half time. Get
Uh-oh.
up there. What a boys. Any feedback from last week? That was a really weird interchange there. Any feedback?
I don't think so.
I can't remember what went on last week. Who I've spoken to since then? I think usual squad have been repping hard on Instagram. Guys
Yeah.
like Nate Black,
The Nate Black, Stephen Gray.
Fair City boys.
mate of
West Perth.
mine, Paul Lease, seen on his story, he was repping it as well. So he's been listening back. He says, getting right into the show. So thank you once again.
Andy Henderson, he was saying that, man, your last pod was one of my faves. Just cracking bands.
Cracking bants, boys.
That's what we
Cracking
do.
bants.
It is
What was
what
that
we do.
snigger for? You're not saying our banter's cracking?
No, I'm just laughing.
You're
along
really
with
you're
you.
staying away from that mic just
I
in
was
case you
laughing
snap.
along
Eh?
with you. Aye, I'm.
See you
I know, she's
I'm
sitting so far back.
keeping my
Stop being
sniff-
cool and talking to the microphone.
I'm keeping my sniffles back from the mic.
Oh, okay. All right.
Out of respect for Rachel, which hi
Yeah.
Rachel.
Hi, Rachel.
Respect Rachel.
Respect, Rachel. What's up? Deadly. I'm sure there's been loads. Actually, yeah, I told Mike, Mama Pat's giving me some hard hitting feedback.
All right,
She was talking to me about Ali's episode, and she's like, I don't think you could have done that, Jordan.
I know because you were greeting at the end of the fucking Queen thing.
Did
last
he
week as well,
even
weren't you?
start
Was
me?
that-
Man.
What?
I watched Bohemian Rhapsody and was
Was it
bubbling
good?
I was bubbling like a bear at the
Were
end of it. Oh
ya?
man, it hit me right in the fucking feels, man.
Everybody was
Are you
just
quite
like,
emotional, Jordan?
I can be. I'm in touch with my emotions.
You a crier?
I'm not. I can be. Yes.
Okay.
Saying that, I remember. This is the story. I remember my mum let me watch E.T. when I was about 4,
Okay.
thinking I'd be fine, and she said apparently the bit where he's getting experimented on, apparently I was inconsolable.
Oh.
So then, fast forward 25 years, I was watching it that long ago. bubbling like a bear. I'd phoned my mum at the end. I was like, it still fucking gets
I
me.
still cry at E.T.
But yeah, like, so
Still
we
cry.
watched Bohemian Rhapsody, and like, I've never been a massive Queen fan, but I fucking love Freddie Mercury. Just the boy was a showman, like once in a generation type of guy, and like the way the film was done was really good. And it was a bit where there was a bit before spoilers. He had AIDS.
Did he?
I think his story's fairly well documented. I don't think you're really giving it too many
Well,
spoilers.
there's the
mate.
bit in the film where he tells the band he's got AIDS, and then they go and do Live Aid. Obviously, that's not how the timeline quite worked out. And then they do Live Aid, and it was just this fucking. It was brilliant, and it just musicians seem to always get me. It was the same when Bowie died. If they ever do a Bowie film, I'll probably cry at that too.
I think it was just funny. Like I was straight away like laughing at you online, and then Andy Henderson jumped in, then a few folk, and then Mama Patch is just like, that's my boy. I was just like, Mama Patch.
I wear my emotions on my sleeve.
I missed
Which is
that.
annoying.
What was
Sometimes
this?
when I get really angry, I cry as well, which is infuriating.
Yeah.
Just like when I'm sitting there screaming, I got tears running down my face. I'm like, fuck's sake, now I look like an arsehole.
Well, you would have missed it, Mike, because remember you've been on a break from social media.
Yeah,
to
how
an
long ago
extent.
was
Oh
that?
yeah, I've seen that. How long did you do?
It was not even a week. It was tough. It was so tough.
Really?
Yeah.
What made you want to take a break?
Well, it was
Too much
initially
porn.
Too
much porn.
No, it was initially the Patriots winning the Super Bowl. I was like, I don't want to see them celebrating. And then it was just like, it's just good to detox
Yeah.
after a while. I felt weird after the Super Bowl because I was kind of hungover and I was a little panicked and had a little anxiety for some reason. And I was like, you know what? Maybe social media is contributing to that. So I stopped it, and it did help a little bit. But now I'm back.
Good
You're
man.
back.
Back and better than ever.
Strong.
Back and updating on your
My
cold
tweets are-
status.
My tweets are strong.
Are they?
Would we say strong? Would
What?
we say
What
strong?
does that mean that they're strong?
They're funny.
Sometimes because you know so much more about American football than me, like I can tell you're trying to be funny, but because I don't know anything about American football, I'm like, I'm sure that's a good one, so I like it anyway.
Oh, thank you. Just like them.
Oh yeah, man. I'm getting you that circulation. Anyway, let's stop talking about us. We have a guest this evening.
Yes.
I know.
Rana,
Hello.
how are you? What's been going down?
Oh, loads of stuff.
Busy.
Busy, yes.
So hit us with it. What's going down? What's the exciting haps?
So, you know about the Poetry Slam.
Yes.
So, we're going to be having a Poetry Slam first ever in Perth.
Yes.
I know.
What is the poetry slam? for
So,
our listeners?
basically, it's like a rap battle,
Yeah.
but with poets.
All right.
So, there'll be like 3 officials. There'll be 3 judges. One judges on the contents and the lyrics, the other judges on the performance. And the third person that's going to be judging is yourself, Jordan,
Yes.
on crowd reaction. And so there's 3 stages. All the poets come, everybody gets a slot, you say your poem, and then the judges decide who goes through to the next stage. Then there's like process of elimination, and then the 2 finalists at the end of that will get put through to the Scottish Championships in Glasgow.
So you're going to need to come with a selection of hot poems.
You
then,
need to
you're
have
gonna-
3 at least. You need to have 3 at least.
It's like a beat battle, because obviously
Right.
you go into that first round, you didn't want to be like sliding out your best poem in the first
Nah.
round. But if
Yeah.
you're up against somebody good, you might need to whip something out of the bag you were trying to save for a later round. It's a really interesting format.
That's the
Yeah.
You messaged me to ask, and I was like, yeah, fucking bang up for that. Then I was like, fuck. It's a big deal.
Yeah.
It is.
So I've done a poetry slam before, but it was like a jokey one. It was just for a laugh. It was working class poets versus middle class poets, and it was good. But like I'd done my poem, and then I wished that I had done another poem first. So
So you
yeah,
kept it for a
but it's
later on.
like I wanted to keep my best one till last, but then that's not really how it works.
It doesn't always get because you didn't care who you're going to be up against.
You don't know when last is going to be. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the thing is, if you then go second, then okay, it's a bit easier because you've got a chance to respond. But then because of that, you think you have to use something better to
Yeah.
just make sure you get through that next round. It's not always easy. Sometimes it's.
Are the rounds themed?
No.
No, you can just do whatever you
No,
want.
yeah,
All right.
you can just do whatever you want. So yeah, so it's really exciting.
So how
Really
did that
exciting.
come about?
So John Plunkett, who is a poet, and he's responsible for the poetry path, the Corbenic Poetry Path, which is a place where I need to be careful how I explain this. It's like accommodation for people that have disabilities, I think, and they live on site there. So he created this path that's got different poems all the way along it. So he does a lot of stuff. He's a slam champion, And he said he's been shouting about getting a slam here for so long, but they've just basically ignored him because said there's nothing here. But now they can't ignore that there is a fair amount of poets here in Perth and that we can have one here. So that's how it came about. He approached me and said, how would you feel about having it at Blend In Stand Out? You know, you've got this already going. And I'm like, yes, let's fucking do it.
Okay.
Let's do it.
So can you talk a bit about, I mean, maybe not everyone picked up some new listeners between the first time you were on and now. Can you talk about how you got started with Blend In Stand Out? And
Yeah, so I had been performing out with Perth to different poetry nights, and I was in Blend getting my usual morning coconut milk cappuccino.
Nice.
that sounds awesome.
And one of the owners, Sandeep, just said, well, what were you up to last night? And I said I was at a gig, and he was like, why don't you do something like that here? And that was it.
Nice.
One night from that, and it's grown monthly ever since then.
How long has that been?
That's been over a year now.
Nice.
Over a year.
Very nice.
Started in December. Not last year.
2017.
Yep. So yeah.
It's amazing. So, have you had? So, do you get to choose, or do people apply for?
No. So everybody just comes down, and whoever wants to go can go. Register there on the door.
Okay.
Yeah.
What does it cost for people to enter?
Nothing.
It's a free
cool.
entry.
Yep.
And what about for punters who want to just watch the
No,
event?
it's free.
All totally
It's all going to be free. Yep.
That's awesome.
So it'll be the same. It'll be the same standards as Blend In Stand Out, BYOB, but it's going to be a Saturday, and you boys are going to come and do a live podcast
Yeah.
Yeah.
there and document the. Oh, do you not know about this?
No,
So-
don't-
Oh.
I might have
No, we
forgot to
talked
chuck.
about this.
I think I chucked it in the message, but
I don't have a clue what you're talking about.
No, I knew.
Come on, Andy.
I knew about the part where we were going to kind of document it. I didn't know we were doing a live podcast.
well,
That's
if
awesome.
we can do it, like you say, that was the plan.
Yeah. We
But
can-
yeah, we will be there to
like
document the
filler.
process.
We'd be like filler.
So like
between.
you could set up in the back
Yeah.
and run the podcast to the back and interview the poets
coming
during
on.
break, people coming off.
Okay.
It would be cool to do that.
What's the date?
27th of April.
27th of April. Okay.
Should be fine.
We'll take this
Are
offline.
you thinking
as
about
they say in the
entering,
workplace.
Andy?
Possibly.
Yeah.
Just that
Oh.
I'm absolutely fucking up to my eyes in the moment. So I'm
Up to your
trying.
ear.
That's why I'm no saying to folk, oh, I'm going to do this and do that, because I've got so much going on that it can just be, before you know it, it's like I need to be doing something else, or I've got paid work, or I'm not making excuses. I
Talent
probably
will
will.
be there. It's fine.
Getting excuses in already. Eh?
off.
At least you're getting an excuse.
I'm a Louis Den beat battle champ. I'm wanting a slam championship as well. Hey, bring it on.
Coming for that belt.
The champ, motherfucker.
Andy's gonna come in with a stereo like the Stone Cold Steve Austin music plays. He comes in like he's gonna make me throw him a beer for the judges table and catch it. Fuck it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to try my here. I'm just gonna say it now, guys. I'm gonna be completely objective here. Eh? I'm not here to make pals.
No,
I love
no.
you all dearly, but I'm looking to be impressed.
Oh, you have to be. Remember, I was doing the one for the rap battles.
Yeah.
But it's like I can't take, just because I know him and he's my pal and I know him, but I don't know him. I can't enter my thinking. Do you know what I mean? So objective.
Objective, mate. That's me. I'll chop it down. Anyway, how does it feel then? So, like I say, it must be. You must be pretty fucking good. Like,
feel-
like from starting a year ago to a night where, like I say, you've built it for the ground up. You've taken it for poetry, it's now music, live, comedy. Do you know what I mean? You've started so many people who
Yeah.
probably would have never considered doing something like this before. It must feel pretty fucking good.
It does feel good, actually. It does feel good. Aye, it's nice to see like yous all up there and growing, I suppose.
Well, like I say, just from me, from a completely personal point of view, like I would have never even went looking for anything out with Perth. And now I'm performing in Edinburgh.
Yeah,
which
no,
I'm
that's
fucking
amazing.
buzzing, you know
Well
what I mean?
done.
Like I would have
well
never
done.
ever. It was you who actually tagged me in
Yeah.
the thing initially. I mean, that was my only.
You're
ever,
like, nah, I've not got enough time for this. No, not got enough
and then
set
some-
for that.
But then the guy's like, I don't look for 7 minutes. I was like, fuck. Now I've definitely got a will. I did have 7 minutes, but that cunt Kevin Bridges took some of my material.
fucking bastard.
Saying that, right, I wrote a joke the other day, and it's possibly my favourite thing I've ever written, and I'm keeping it for that night.
Oh no.
I'm buzzing.
Let's
Wait.
hear it.
No, I can't do it on the show.
Why not?
If I do it, will you cut it out? You cut it out if I do it.
Now, what are the listeners going to think? They'll be sitting there going, I want to hear it. So, yeah, go ahead. I will cut it out. That means I'll have to go the night to hear it.
Yes.
Right, sounds so. I've not got the whole bit fleshed out, but as I'm basically going to start slagging myself off.
What are you all looking at me for?
Want to see how close to Andy's bone I can get? That's wow, that came out wrong.
What was that?
No, cut that
You want to be close to Andy's bone? Is that what you said? Who does it? Anyway, so
My goodness, what's been going on in here, boys? Eh?
It's
close quarters in here, man. You know what I mean?
ever since we have watching Andy.
Don't know, like, but, just continue on. We've got
Too
a
much.
guest here.
Too
man.
much.
Yeah.
Buzzing. Definitely going to date now. Anyway, so what else has been going down? Yeah, you were up to some exciting things this weekend, I believe.
I was, yes.
Can you tell the people? Can we talk about it?
Yes. Well, I suppose because it's been online. So, so I've started making a music video.
Awesome.
Okay, what's this for?
So that's for my gangster rap track.
Oh, okay, I've heard that. Yeah, all right. Produced by who?
Produced by what's his name again? Fuck,
Some
forgot
asshole.
his name. Some asshole. Like. No.
It wasn't me.
Was it no?
No,
You mixed-
I didn't do the beat. I
No.
recorded a
Oh, all right.
I recorded a vocal for this track and then mixed
Sorry,
it. So
whoever fucking produced that.
He's just
I
called you
can't
an
remember
arsehole.
whose name it was, but
Tel- Tesla,
was it?
I think. Yeah. So aye. So
did that
yeah.
go?
So it was mental. It's
Where'd you shoot it at?
so we were actually at Fair City Jiu-Jitsu's unit.
Nice.
Oh, cool.
Shit
Yeah.
fair sight.
Thanks for a wee grapple in that music video.
Yeah.
Stevie Gray would have been loving that, man.
Did he get you in a gi, throwing people around?
No.
That'd have been a video I'd watch. Like,
He wasn't there actually. He just let us in and then kind of left. So, so it was good. So that's one of the scenes in there. But it's mental. It's mental even just
a stage
doing that.
experience, aye.
like having to do it to the camera and having a camera in your face. It's
Yeah, it could be
it's
quite
different.
off-putting, I assume.
It's
yeah.
different, yeah. And then there's a big smoke machine blowing in my face, and I'm like,
It's just like Doogie at Blend.
I was gonna say, it must be different for you, like having to be on stage and saying poetry without a camera in your face. But you do have a camera in your
Good old
face.
days.
nah, but you know, it's not filming you. Like you're having to perform to the camera.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And
You
make it
just
like
kind of
there's not a
forget
camera there, aye.
no, because sometimes you have to look into the camera, I suppose, because you have to be engaging with the people that are watching it. But
So who came up with the idea for the video? It was you.
it's So most of it is mine's. The guy that's what is he? Is he a producer? Yeah, he's a producer. He's
What, the guy
that's making it.
Who is it that's
Oh,
making
yeah.
it?
Like a film
Steve
producer, director.
Karinga. I think that's how you pronounce
Excellent
his
name. Excellent name.
So yeah, he's seen my SoundCloud on Facebook, and he sent me a message, and he was like, "Do you want to make a music video for this?" And I was like,
That's awesome.
"Yeah, okay." So I just went from there,
Fuck aye.
and yeah, so he wanted to do the smoke machine. I was like, I'm not really sure about that, but he's like, "No, it'll work." So it's going to be different scenes.
Did you get a look at any of the stuff that he took you?
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
It was good. Yeah.
He's gonna chop it all up and edit it up for you.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
All right, I can't
but
wait to
doing
see
a
that.
few scenes like in Call It's going to be basically a reflection of my life and
Smoke
what
machines and
not the smoke machines. That
Enough
part
in the college.
that part was but yeah, it's going to be me in college and just with the kids, and it's going to be good. It's going to be a laugh.
aye.
Any more music to follow? You're gonna put a little EP together or something? Is it
Well, I
EP or
don't know.
LP? EP. All right, yeah.
How many do you need for an E EP?
It's under 50 minutes.
EP's usually
5.
around about 15 minutes.
15 minutes,
So
yeah.
usually looking around about 3, 4, 5 songs.
Oh,
Yeah,
cool.
so I've got 3 songs so far, and I've got another one that I've got in the pipeline. So that'll be 4. But I've got one that I'm going to just release at the end of this week, and that's called The Ghost Track, and that's where your man Macapella is featuring on that one.
Oh, yeah.
Featuring?
Yes, featuring.
Well, like as a
Bar spit.
Yes.
Mate,
Well,
51-0 after this weekend, undefeated kitchen rap battle champion. I fucking smoked him
Are
in
you
these
actually,
parties this
are
weekend.
you rhyming on this
No,
track?
no, she just asked me to actually say a couple of lines
Yeah.
as though it was somebody she was speaking
Ah,
to
right, okay.
during the record.
Okay.
Still.
So
That's very exciting.
Yeah, that's cool. So when are we gonna see this video? I'm excited.
I don't know.
We haven't released it yet.
No,
All right.
well, that was just started shooting yesterday,
Okay.
so
So keep
still
us-
quite a bit of work to do.
Keep us updated. We'll definitely share it on our page. We'll let our listeners check it out once it's available.
Fuck aye.
Cool.
What else is going down then?
And
Go on,
I've
hit
done a
us
little collaboration with Mog. So did you see him in Blend?
with it. Yes.
Yeah. So I went through to Glasgow and I was in the studio with him and Steg G, and he put me on one of his tracks on his EP.
Fuck aye.
It was cool.
Making moves.
A little bit.
Aye.
A little bit.
Put
Yeah.
this wee tune on the map, aye.
Aye.
You should.
Shout out to Steg G, man. He's a guy who's been fucking putting in the work.
Oh,
Does
yeah.
it. He does it because he loves it. He's been doing it a long time. He's a well-known guy through in Glasgow and on the West Coast. So shout out to him. That's a good person to be looking after Rana's affairs from that side of things. You know what I mean? Over
nice.
there with the folks who's collaborating in that in Glasgow. It's a really
Yeah.
good person to connect with. So yeah.
I was the first person from Perth in that studio.
Aye.
Oh.
Female as well.
Well, just kicking down barriers, aye. Just fucking them up.
Aye.
Aye.
Maybe.
How modest.
But nah, those guys have been like, those guys are they've paved the way so that there's still a path for people like me to even step on. They've been doing it for a long, long time. Like, big respect
Okay.
to them all.
And still cutting about the Wednesday night's blend?
1st of March.
1st of March. Yeah,
1st
I've
of
put myself down.
March.
I want to be there. I need to get some minutes.
Yep.
I'm shitting myself. Still.
Yeah, you need to get up, start getting ready.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
I know.
I've got to prep them.
When is Edinburgh?
19th of May. Sunday the 19th.
Get your reps in.
Tickets are free. Who's coming?
Are we all going?
Let's get a
I'm
session.
not working. I'll come. Yeah.
Get a session on Sunday sesh.
T-shirts coming soon.
Yeah.
We'll,
Watch
we'll
this space.
haggle you. Heckle you. With sword.
Please
Not haggle
don't.
you.
Please don't. I'd hate my one and only performance in Edinburgh just to be me weeping on stage for 4.5 minutes until somebody come and carries me off.
I'd enjoy that. I think that would be all right.
Plus, my mum will be there. She'll shout at you.
Oh,
Oh, we got out drinking my mama
Aye,
packs.
she's got-
Hey!
that woke you up,
Excellent.
Andy.
Out on the sesh, man.
And
Aye,
Papa
we'll go
Pats
out.
as well. Papa
Oh,
Pats
brilliant.
is coming.
Good times,
He'll
man.
put us on the
I'm
ground.
gonna
You
go
try
and
and-
get absolutely wrecked with your mom and
You,
dad.
you
like.
try and drink one for one with my old man and you will fail miserably.
I'm gonna try.
Oh
Aye.
man, that
Don't
man's.
know about
I'm
that,
telling you,
Jordan.
Andy Mack, he's a different animal altogether, son.
Different animal.
Different animal altogether.
We still haven't been out on like a real sesh like us three though.
No.
That's weird.
It's 'cause Andy Mack's the busiest man in the business.
We're all kind of busy.
just-
yeah, that and your shifts are fucking awful.
I know they are terrible.
I just find myself partying in places now. Can I be arsed just like going to the pub anymore? It's like,
I'll
shite.
happily come down here and
Let's
get
just sit
smaced.
here. Yeah.
Seeing it
Just
absolutely-
turn the mics on.
Yeah, exactly.
That would be just awful.
Oh
we'd
my
definitely get in
God.
trouble. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
we do that every week.
only one
that's
tin.
true.
What more do you want
only
from
me and
me,
you on the
boys?
water, mate.
Mike's the drunkest guy ever on here when he was drinking the Baijiu. He was fucking absolutely cunted, man. Aye. Brilliant.
Yeah, I was wrecked that night.
Excellent times, man. Excellent times. Right, Rana, well, thank you for talking us through all your business. You're going to
That's
stick
all right.
around and talk some shit with us?
I will, yes.
Doss.
I've done a little poem for you.
Oh, yeah, fuck, I sorry,
yeah.
I forgot, yeah.
Well, I've made a little poem for you. This is for you. It's just a little bit. It's a wee.
For us.
Yeah.
About
Oh,
us.
yes.
Oh. What's
It
it called?
goes, Andy Mack is a fucking asshole. And that's it. Right, here it is.
Is that... Okay.
Monkey sword fight. Ones with noise, right? Hunky voice, quite. Chunky pie sight. There you go.
Can that be the title, Hunky Boys?
I like chunky boys.
What's a chunky poi?
That's how I sit when I'm on the mic, son.
It's the body of a thick king.
Thick king, bro.
Can we take I'll take a photo of this and put it up on the Facebook.
Thank you very much. You got any other ones you want to perform?
I will do another one. Can I?
Aye,
Yeah,
go
of course
for
you
it.
Aye, aye.
can. What we getting?
Right. It's called Monday Morning Blues. Monday morning, I've got the blues. Monday morning, I'm hitting snooze. Cannot be fucked getting out of my bed. Cannot even be fucked lifting my head. Needing to get up and get a shower. Holy shit, I've got less than an hour. Still need to prep breakfast and lunch, feed the kids, and I'll skip my munch. Sick of the sound of my own fucking voice. Eat, get dressed, stop fighting, shoes on, oh come on boys, stop playing with your toys, stop that noise, shoes on, let's go boys. Stressed out my box, 7 minutes till school. What do you mean you can't find the other shoe? Oh my god, we don't have time for a poo and toothpaste all over your top. How did you manage that? And that's enough of that back chat. That's it.
I know that all too well.
I literally got PTSD listening to that. Like, honestly,
Shaking on the floor like,
yeah.
no, just put the shoe on, please.
That's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah.
So do either of your sons have they started doing anything with poetry, or do you think either of them have a natural kind of inclination toward it, you know?
Oh, well, my little boy, Keen, he's like, oh, I done your rap at school today, Mum.
Oh, is it school okay?
He got
Like,
up in front of the class and done, like, not any of the swear words like that. But yeah, just like, I didn't chat nae gangster rap. And he's like, sitting chilling in my council house with my council move.
oh, that's
What a
cool
wee
though.
fucking legend, man.
He loves it. He
Belter.
loves it.
That's amazing.
They're my biggest fans.
Oh, that's
They're my
great.
biggest fans.
Tremendous. Fuck, I know. Thank you. Man. I have to get that put up somewhere.
That's gonna stay in here if you don't mind, Andy. We'll chuck this up somewhere around here.
Be nice if maybe put it in a frame or
Ah,
something.
yeah,
right?
well, yeah.
Yeah,
I've got
no,
a wee
but-
frame for that. Aye.
Could do.
I'll laminate it at work if you want.
Did that. I could get it up.
Okay.
I've got another thing there. So actually, if you started getting like actual, so you see that. This is really bad pod for the listeners, but there are two posters behind me, and all you do is you just slide like the perspex bit off the top.
Yeah.
So if you could get some like nice photos and that,
I'm still trying to get
you
more
could
reach.
start
Get a
making
big
it like a
portrait of me up there.
collage.
Yeah,
Guest in a month. Aye.
and stuff like that could all be in it as well. It's like a
Oh,
monkey
okay.
sword fight
I'm
kind of
still
collage thing.
trying.
And
I'm
then
still
you put
trying to
that
get
on the wall.
I'm still trying to get the original Maurice off my pal Phil.
Mo.
Wherever you know, well, Phil. Fuck me. how much
That's
is
the
that?
kind of thing then that you want to add
Drunk.
to that. Do you
Fuck,
know what I mean?
smooshed
Yeah.
high. Right.
Jordan's wasted. Here we go.
Night out with a disposable camera as well, and then you get the photos. Fucking.
Oh, well, you come back with a finger roll of blends and that. Been there.
Do they still sell disposable cameras?
Probably.
Ah.
It's retro, mate. They're retro these days.
Remember the times of disposable cameras, Like the folk in Tesco's seen your night out before you did.
Aye. Going to get your holiday snaps and that back in the day.
Now Android phones are just disposable cameras now. aren't they?
Well, that, do you know what's really interesting? That's just got me thinking. It's
Bad
like,
joke.
you think in those days, like, now you folk take pictures like, oh, look disgusting, take like a
Yeah,
million
a
photos.
million
But back in
photos.
those days,
Couldn't
you
do
just
it.
took the photos,
That
it
was
went
it.
into the fucking
Hope to
chemist.
Christ,
Yeah.
aye.
You got the photos printed to do it, and then you went through them afterwards. You're like, oh my
Ah, yeah,
fucking
like out of
days.
the 30 you got, about 8 of them were usable because the rest of them were like the flash wasn't on, or like somebody just
Shit
walked
light
in the way.
in
Aye.
or
I used
red
to-
eye as well.
Aye.
Do you know what, you know, just like the picture.
Always
I
got a red
watched.
eye.
What did I watch the other day? I watched 28 Weeks Later, and that was for 2007. And I thought it was a shit copy I was watching, but no, it was just the fact
That's
it was filmed through a potato. That's, do you know what I mean?
So they did it in
Oh.
2007,
I
mate.
was thinking of it as well. Like, you go to the pub now, and the pubs have got the big fucking high definition projectors to watch the football.
Yeah.
But like 30 years ago, folk were watching the TV on like a 14-inch screen
No,
with
it's
about
terrible.
8 pixels. And you're like,
Ah, black and white box with
Oh,
antenna.
man.
The ears antenna. With the cameras, though, disposable cameras, I used to work at a party goods store called Party City. And
Party City.
Party City.
Potty.
Party.
Potty with
Party
a
all the
Party
time.
with a D.
Bagels and coffee.
Party with a D.
And we used to steal those cameras, disposable cameras, but at the bottom they had a band, so for different occasions like birthday or anniversary. So like I remember taking one, and it was like baby's first birthday or something, and then we took like really horrible raunchy pictures with them. So it was like not sexual raunchy pictures, but like stupid stuff. Like we're all drunk and bottles of beer at the bottom. It's like baby turns 1. It was funny.
You have raunchy, but I thought,
Raunchy ball-
Mike's taking
raunchy
dick
balls of beer.
pics.
Let me clear. I'm sure there were dick pics taken on there, but not
Maybe
for like.
it's just turned one camera.
That was like.
It's all over it.
Just Mike's thick piece.
The before the baby.
Baby's Adam, somebody said.
It was me with my knees around
Yes.
around my ankle, around my neck at the gym. I couldn't get that one out. I was trying to make a callback to the earlier thing.
I've heard that about your kind of
Came on would be even better.
I'm not that flexible.
Came on would be even better if we cut out the bit where Mike told that story in the preamble, so folks just think Mike's taking really weird selfies of his
In the
arsehole.
gym, naked, yeah.
Knees at his ears.
Bloody hell, what's on the agenda this
Oh
week then?
Christ, I don't even know him.
Did we? Was our last podcast before Valentine's Day or after?
Yes.
It was before. I think
Yes, it was. Yeah,
it
it
was.
was,
Yeah.
yeah.
So, how was everyone's Valentine's
Shite.
Day? Should we start with the lady in the room? Just say pass if you don't want to go. Jordan, how would you?
That was all right. Went out for dinner and then I got him and watched the football.
Oh, that was cool.
Deadly.
I feel like that's kind of been like the wave this year. Like, people aren't really celebrating Valentine's Day.
That's a lot of shite.
That's
It is. I agree.
I've never won for Valentine's Day, but we got a voucher for Christmas for the bothy and knew they'd have they had like a 3-course meal for 30 quid each. I was like, come on, that's fucking good. Went home, couple of pints, had dinner, went home, watched the football. Job
Yeah.
done.
I cooked steak with the boys that were rotten and made pepper pig cakes.
Oh,
Nice.
That was nice.
that is nice.
That
was
sounds nice.
nice, yeah.
Yeah.
The kids are your first Valentine's, right?
Yeah.
I seen. I
Oh,
found.
they are
got-
your first
I
Valentine's.
got a load of boxes.
You were there.
I'm there for
Yes.
Valentine's.
I got a load of boxes off my ex with just like stuff that I'd like obviously taken from my mum and dad's when I moved out years ago. And I was going through it. I'd obviously never bought it, just lobbed it in the loft. It was all my report cards and that for primary school and nursery. And I found a Valentine's card that I wrote to my mom when I was about 4-year-old. Looked like a
Were
fucking.
you writing a Valentine's cards at 4?
It was like you made it in school. It was like to mum happy
yeah.
Valentine's Day. Wasn't that much out fucking way though.
So every year, like, we get our daughters like a little secret gift and like some chocolates or whatever, and then we sloppily write like on the card and we make pretend it's from somebody else. So this year, like, when I went to go pick them up, I was like, oh. You didn't get any chocolates this year, like last year. And they were like, we did. And I was like, oh. I was making pretend I was angry. I was like, fuck, who's this? I didn't say fuck, sorry. I was like, what is this? Who's getting you stuff? And I was like, is this your boyfriend? And she was like, maybe. I was like, whoa, time out. Now we're getting serious now. Now we're getting fucking serious. Please, please, God, don't tell me you don't have a boyfriend. But, and then...
She might just roll it up to the school. Which one of you little punks?
I know, that's the reason why I was at the school today. I wasn't returning library books. I was throwing library books up their little square
Is
heads.
that Riley? Riley,
That library was shut, Mike.
Yeah.
Riley, my
Clothesline
man.
kids.
Which one of these little bastards is not going to need to kick
I
your
know.
ass?
I was like, I know your dad. If you punch him and get suspended, it's fine. No, but when I was going to, I know Valentine's Day at Marks and Spencer's, they do like a good meal deal. You get like
Yeah. Oh,
yeah, man.
wine and steak and all that stuff. So I went in there, but everything was kind of all picked over, and I was working late anyway, and we both felt like shit. So I was like, we'll just sack it off this year. But tell me if you feel weird when you go into Marks and Spencer's, because I do. I feel like people look at me weird, like you shouldn't be in here.
I don't like it. I only ever go in there if I'm like literally nipping through.
Yeah.
Tell you what though, their cranberry lemonade, that shit is the fucking bomb. By the way. That shit is fucking delicious.
Is that in the poor people aisle? Because I'll go there. I don't want to go.
I don't think-
Sale aisle at 5 to 5.
Does Marks and Spencer doesn't have one of those things, right? Because I that's where I live in Asda. Those
No,
Yeah.
but they get marked down through the...
throughout the day.
Yeah.
Oh, because it's fresh shit, so they want to make sure.
I
it's
think
out of there.
you've got to be like a certain age to properly shop in markets.
And you got to be one of those guys to wear like the cardigan with the shirt that hangs out the top, you know, all the time.
You're old as fuck.
Yeah, and you got to have a Range Rover or a Land Rover or something like that.
I don't do markets, man.
I like Marcus food.
Marcus
I do
food's
too,
nice,
yeah.
yeah. Like I can't go in there very often. Like say, I feel judged.
Yeah,
So
but
I feel
cut
like I'm a bit too working class for.
I'm
Marcus
cutting
is
about.
fine.
I'm
feel
cutting
this way.
about in my tracksuit in the middle of markets, just trying to really scum it up a wee bit.
it's funny because if someone saw me like that day, I walked into Marks and Spencer's, did a lap around there, and was like, "Oh fuck that!" It was like 7 pounds for some strepsils.
Someone following you,
And
just
then
like,
I walked out, and then we're right into Lidl, right next to Aldi next door, and I was like, "Yeah, this is more my people. Right? Yeah, I like this."
This is where I'm at. This-
No, but my daughter on Valentine's Day, she went to go stay because they were out of school. She went to go stay with her friend, and she left her iPod in my car. So I went to go drop them back off. And by the time I went to go pick them back up, to drop it back off, I mean, her and her friend had a face of makeup on, full face of makeup, and they had like a tripod, like they were like doing like stuff for the girl's YouTube page. And I was
Okay.
like, this is gonna get crazy in the next couple of years for me. It's gonna get hard to handle for me. And
so my boy's got a YouTube channel, and every now and again I'll jump on and like watch his videos, give him a couple of views. He did a 45-minute video playing
45 minutes.
playing this game. So he was like doing a live video of him playing this game, but he didn't realise that halfway through he had his phone propped up like that.
Yeah.
And halfway through his phone went like that.
Oh,
It fell over on
So
him.
literally about 25 minutes is just darkness, and you can hear him in the background like that.
Oh,
And I goes out and I was like,
shit.
"Did you get in your phone fell over?" He's like, What? I was like, mate, you got a quality check that before you chuck it up.
He wasn't gonna watch the whole 45 minutes.
Oh,
That's
man.
way too long.
I was just like, should I take it down? I was like, nah, fuck it, pal. Go for it. You be you.
I think he's needing a capture card for his Christmas or
That's
his
what I was
birthday coming up.
actually thinking. I'm gonna speak to our boy Bobby Sanchez and see if he can give me some tips on what to get the wee fella.
Elgato capture card. That's what everyone uses.
I'd be putting me right on the top of the parent list. Bosh, have that.
Till he's like fucking bored, like 3 days later, and he can't be arsed making videos anymore.
That's true.
That's the way kids are.
Didn't
isn't
man?
it?
Like I said, I've talked about that giant fucking thing that I built for Christmas, and he never fucking played
What
with.
is this?
I thought it was like before Christmas. Like I actually was corrected by my pal Vicky. Apparently they were around helping me, but there was this giant, about 1.5 foot tall, teenage mutant ninja turtles like play set, and it was like the sewer layer. And me and Vicky and Matt and my ex spent about 2-3 hours building this fucking thing.
Oh God!
For his Christmas, but because I wouldn't keep it in the living room, he kept it in his bedroom. But he never fucking played with it for a whole year. And I swear, I've still never given a little bastard for it.
Never buy him a gift.
Oh, he's a fucking little dick. This year he's wanting a fucking drum kit for his birthday.
A drum kit.
Yeah, we're gonna get him an electric drum kit. Keep it as Ma's house.
Oh, I was gonna say,
That's
think
good,
wisely here. Because
I'm getting him an electric one so he can put his headphones on. So
Oh,
it's not
okay,
gonna,
that's not bad.
Yeah.
Till you hear the sound of the sticks on the pad.
Yeah.
Didn't he? Because his fucking drum
You'll hear it
teacher,
right next door
his
now.
drum teacher gave him a set of drumsticks. I was like, that was nice. Until I was trying to get a little bastard to tidy his room, and he just followed me about, hit me on the fucking back. I was like, no, Tom, you little prick. If you didn't stop that, I'm going to switch your music you right out the door.
That's what I would have done. I wouldn't even give him the warning, mate. I would have just hit him. Boom.
RKO'd him as he was coming off his bunk bed. Bash!
Down the stairs.
Out of nowhere, son.
That's terrible. I don't have children.
Beat mine up if you want.
No, that's fine, cool.
Speaking of building shit, I was in flat pack hell yesterday, building a fucking wardrobe. Oh my God!
Didn't he, man? You should tell Megan. She fucking loves that shit.
Does she?
See if we get in for
What?
IKEA.
Is she a psychopath? Who likes building flat
Didn't he?
packs?
I remember I came in once when she was building stuff for the house, and she'd set it all out, laid out all the screws and all the order,
Yeah.
all the pieces laid out around her, and I was just like, "You want to help?" She was like, "Nope." I was like, "Cool, I'll see you later."
Peace.
Came back in a couple of hours. That was it done.
That's the way you're meant to do it, though.
Nah, but she's like good at that shit. I've no
You
time.
just like open the bag of screws, just pour everything on the
Yeah,
table.
I'm not
eh?
rolling.
I just going A, B. That's the C.
That
Oh,
looks
fuck.
about right. Aye.
Hang on, these two are kind of the same size.
Yeah, I leave them all. Yeah, I fucked up on that. Like, I put a whole bunch of screws in the thing, and I was like, "Oh, these are the wrong screws." I had to take all of them out, put them all back in, the new ones back in.
That's got to be
Disaster.
embarrassing if you did that like in front of your bird or something. 'cause
but you know what?
expected
It
you to
would have
be
been,
getting
right?
DIY, but no.
It would have been, but I told her I wasn't. I expected her to do most of it
For
because she's
fuck's
really
sake.
good. She's really good with like all
What
that.
is wrong with the world today?
No, but she's good with that. But she's good with the woodworking and all that.
But you are meant to be doing that kind of stuff.
I did most of
Because
it. I
It's
did most of it.
2019.
I didn't care.
So
You
she.
know, maybe an independent woman.
Women have had to take over this shit. I fucking hate that shit.
What? Oh, so you would just expect your man just to put that together on his own?
Aye.
That's the 2-man job. I was going to call Jordan up the other day. Like, look, I can't even get this up the step. This is hard. We have to carry that up. Me,
Get
and
some
John.
muscle power, son. aye.
Hell yeah,
One of these fucking chunky poises up to help you.
chunky boys.
See, I'm kind of with Rana because Rana's from the view thing. She's like, I'm just expecting the guy to get it done, and I'm looking at it from the other point of view, going, well, yeah, I'm just expecting to do it without you fucking chipping in and annoying me. Do you know what I mean?
Well,
Which
exactly.
happened. Which
Yeah.
happened.
Well, that's
Yes.
exactly what we did. Megan did it. I didn't fucking annoy it.
Exactly. That's
I
how
was
it
like,
works.
"Do you want a cup of tea, though?" "Yes, please." "Right, no worries. 2
But
minutes."
if you
Boom.
had got your hands on it, Jordan, what would have happened?
It would have fell to pieces.
Would have been
So
built
she
twice
knew
as
that,
good.
yeah?
Ah, yeah.
Aye, exactly.
Also, I will specify, she will attest to this. She enjoys doing that type of shit.
All right.
There's
I
a
can-
reason
I can
we've
see
got
that,
a 400-piece Millennium Falcon sitting in the living room. It's not the way I spend Christmas Day, but boff.
My whole thing with flat packs is like the instructions aren't always what they should be. And it's just kind of like there's a step missing here that they probably think is common sense, but it's clearly not common sense because I missed that shit.
Sometimes though with the picture ones, like they're actually showing you 2 or 3 steps in one picture.
Yes.
So you've got to have your wits
Yeah.
about you.
Yeah.
That's why you have all your screws laid out and you know what you're doing.
The back part, you know how like when you're putting something together, whether it be a TV unit or wardrobe, they have that thin piece that goes in the back that makes up the back
Yeah.
of it, right? So then it was like one step was like you build the top part, then you build the bottom part, and then you turn the page over, and then the whole thing's fucking put together. And then it's like, well, how do I get this in? How do I slide this into the top? So then we're taking pieces off, sliding it in. screwing it together, putting it up. Oh, it's bulging out the back. No, we got to take this off now. So it took us probably around 6 hours to put this thing together.
You know what
my
I'm telling you though?
God.
I would genuinely pay to watch a show where couples build flat pack furniture. That'd be fucking hilarious.
It was funny. Connie was like, "We're gonna have our first argument today," and I was like, "No, we're not." And there was a couple of times where I was like, "Please don't talk to me in that way." The screws were there when I left. I'm going to the bathroom, not to cry.
I'm sure I've seen a video on YouTube, and it was couples building IKEA furniture after taking acid. So they're chipping out their balls,
Jeez,
trying to
oh.
build fucking like bedside tables and that. It was fucking hilarious.
That sounds like fun.
Does it?
Fun to
Imagine what you
watch.
come away with. Exactly until you come to and your fucking wardrobe's shaped like a canoe.
Tell him keep the
You're in
screws
it.
like popcorn.
You've just done a tail. Oh, right. We got here from Marks and Spencer's. Brilliant. Brilliant.
No, right? Yeah, that's weird. Marks and Spencer's to flatbed.
What else you
Flat
got?
pack hell.
I've got one on Mike's list that I would
God,
like
here we
to
go.
jump into because I went to put this in, and once again, as per usual, Mike had beat me to it. On the rare occasion I do, trying to put in something.
What is this?
So there's a new film out or coming out
okay.
called Yesterday. So the premise is a failing musician goes to bed one night. There's this weird power cut across the globe, and then when he wakes up the next day, no one's heard of the Beatles apart from him. So everyone's forgot the Beatles never existed. He's the only one who remembers the Beatles. So he then goes on to release and record the Beatles songs,
It's exactly what I would have done.
and
yeah.
then literally becomes this overnight sensation, worldwide superstar, is hailed as the greatest songwriter of all time. So literally, I don't know if like Mike's just in my head because I thought, okay, this will be great. And then as soon as I went into the notes, Mike had literally already typed out what I was going to do. He goes, so if you could, which artist's career? Now, obviously, you two are both musicians and performers, so put that to one side, right? If you
Musician.
could, well, you're a
You just shot a music video. What are you talking about?
I mean, so put that to one side. If you could pick one artist's back catalogue, living or dead, to be your own,
Yeah.
what would it be?
Cher.
That's not actually a bad answer,
That's
though.
a really good answer, actually.
Yeah.
You'd
Cher
be
has
I
a
love
long
Cher.
career,
you'd be a
too.
gay icon in seconds. Like
I love Cher.
Andy Mack's really in some turmoil over this one.
What's your favorite Cher song?
Oh,
I have
so
one.
many.
Believe. I'm
It's
not.
probably the Shoop Shoop song.
No,
okay?
I like put on my blue suede shoes. Is that a Cher, isn't it?
I'm not sure. I don't
And
really know
I
one Cher song.
boarded a plane, Touchdown. What is that song?
That's Walking in Memphis.
Walking
isn't
to
it?
Memphis.
That's
That's
not
it.
Cher.
Is that not?
Fair,
I don't
no.
think that's
Who
not
is
Cher.
that?
Is that not Deacon Blue?
No, it's.
Did she do a cover of
She
that?
might have done a cover
She
of
done
it.
a cover of that.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Rana would have taken those Cher song and been like, "It's not a Cher song." No, they would have been like, "That's not your song."
Mike, what about you?
Initially, first thing I would have thought was Jay-Z, but I wouldn't be able to like. I'm not from that, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I couldn't say that and then get through that period of time. So I don't know. That's tough.
Elton John. I could see you as an Elton John.
Elton John, Rocket Man. Yeah, I like that
Yeah.
shit. I don't know.
What about you, Andy?
No, I was just waiting for Mike to say Michael Jackson, and then for us to all start fighting again. 'Cause we think he's a pedo, but Mike doesn't.
Do you think Michael Jackson's?
I don't know.
Mine is-
I used to listen to his music.
Me too. I will.
I was a
Me too.
fan.
That section that we beeped out about Michael Jackson the other week was some of the funniest shit I think we've ever done on this show.
That was pretty bad.
I was fucking
Nearly
amazing.
came to blows in here.
It was intense.
heated.
Like, aye.
Wait, come back to me, Andy. You got one?
Man, that's. I mean, I think the Beatles would have been a great shout. I mean, it could be anyone. Elton John. Elton John's got bangers, mate. I'm not even having
Rod
it.
Stewart.
Yeah, Rod's alright.
What about the boss, Springsteen?
I don't really like Springsteen. I think he's
I don't,
overrated.
but everyone loves him.
Oh, what's Billy Ray Cyrus?
Don't break my heart.
My icky
You
breaky
see,
heart.
you only really need one song now.
Yeah.
If you want to do
I
that.
always said if I could be a one-hit wonder, I'd pick a Christmas song.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
The boy's winning his boy Faye Slade. He pulls in about £500,000 every year at Christmas time
oh.
alone.
That's insane.
Guys, I could
about
sit
you,
here all
Jordan?
night.
I had a thought about this when I read it, and there's a couple of bands, but like Mike said, there's ones where like I thought really deep into this. I couldn't write that song because I'm not from there. Because my
Yeah.
initial thought was the Arctic Monkeys, but that's all about a lot of their stuff's about being from Sheffield.
Okay.
So I went for Biffy Clyro. just because they're like my favourite live band, and I'd love to be part of that. Like when you ever sit and do that when you're listening to some of your favourite songs and you close your eyes, you imagine yourself performing it.
Yes.
Biffy Clyro is the band that make me do that. Almost any time I listen to a Biffy Clyro song, I imagine myself doing it.
No Queen.
No Queen, no.
Ooh.
I do.
You
I
could
did.
be Queen,
I did say to
Andy.
Megan the other day, I was thinking about shaving my beard off and putting the mustache back in, and she went silent for about 5 minutes and was just like, "Please, Danny,
You know what? I would probably go with like Ludacris or something.
that'd be good."
Because Ludacris didn't rap about anything crazy. He didn't rap about violence.
Lil Jon, all you have to do is scream
Just
yeah
yell,
and
yeah.
drink fucking
Yeah.
perp drink. Bless you.
Yeah, I'd probably go with Ludacris because Ludacris kept a hit back in the day. Like he always had. He always had.
Right said Fred. Andy.
Guys, I mean, honestly,
Look at him. We've
that's-
actually broken Andy. He looks
I
really
know.
concerned about
Right,
this.
I don't know, man. I'll probably think about this throughout the rest of the show, and at some point,
Just
out of
shout it.
nowhere,
Eventually the penny
I'll just
will-
be like Van Halen.
DJ Rankin.
Oh, in the mix, motherfucker.
If you could, right, okay, just on that subject, and if you could pick one song to have written as your own, what would it be?
One song.
One song.
Shania Twain. That don't impress me much.
Oh, is that song?
That gets you down with a boogie when you're on night.
Tell you about
you dance that job.
Man, I feel like a woman and don't
It's not
impress
man,
me.
no, that's
Here.
Man, I Feel Like a Woman.
Oh, okay.
Here, like, really funny. Man, I feel like a woman and don't impress me much. If I've had enough to drink and they come on, I'm on the fucking dance floor, by the way.
Can it beat a bit of Shania
Saying
Twain?
that, there's no many just like so. I didn't really give a fuck. If I had a drink, I'll dance to fucking anything, and I will give it big things as well. I'm not even hudding back. I'm fucking going full pelt. We've literally look. We have to turn Andy off and on again.
Reboot him.
Right, what would yours be?
Ever Fallen in Love by the Buzzcocks. My favourite
Does that
song of
go
all
like?
time.
Sing.
Go on.
You can it.
Just give us a
I'm not.
little.
I'm fucking because it's more the actual tune itself. Wait there, I'll play the.
I know
play the
Jordan's.
start bit.
I know Andy's.
What?
Tekashi 6ix9ine. There you go.
What's that? What is that?
He's fucking snitching now. He's a wee
He's getting out of jail.
He's a wee fucking grass man.
Here's this for you, Rana. You don't recognise that at all?
Nah.
No, sounds like something off of Gavin and Stacey.
That's one of my favourite songs of all
Gavin
time.
and Stacey.
I think it is my favourite song of all. I've actually this song. I don't actually save it on my phone because you know when you have a song that you get bored of. So I love that song that much. I've never saved it on a playlist. I've never had it on single. I only listen to it when it like comes on the radio, so that I still love it.
Who's it that sings "Don't Look Back Into the Sun"?
Libertines.
The Libertines.
That's a great tune.
Yeah.
That came on the radio the other day.
6ix9ine.
Oh, I've seen him
Witch
on
Clown
Facebook.
prostitute.
Is that what that's? He's
I
called?
wrote a joke that says like a witch doctor fucked a pack of Skittles and had a baby.
Oh.
Oh,
That's what he looks like. And tell me that's wrong. Tell me
graphic.
that is incorrect. That's graphic. And you're like, you okay? You back this? He was stumped.
Elvis.
That's not a bad one.
Suspicious Minds, by the way.
Ken, what I would have said, like if I could have come back then as one person with all the songs, I did think about it. I would probably come back as probably Pink Floyd. Come
Yeah.
back and drop it like a Dark Side of the Moon. Nah, don't bother me. I'll have 73 million album sales.
There you
Fucking see you
Cheerio.
later, haters. Yeah, man. That's probably where I go. As far as an individual song, that's just you saw how long that took me just to get you an artist.
Yeah.
You're
What
all
were you,
night.
Mikey Dots?
Sorry, Rachel. Sorry, I've got the cold.
I don't know. A
A sick
song?
note.
I don't know. That's really tough. There's like a lot of old songs that I like that are still relevant now that I would want to. I want to go use an old song, something that's going to get a lot of plays.
Pick a
Johnny
money
Cash.
maker. Pick a money maker.
Yeah.
Johnny Cash.
I've never really listened to Johnny Cash.
Oh, hurt gets me every time.
No.
Get you.
It gets me.
Oh,
It does, man.
I would need to look into my phone. I
I've
definitely have it
literally
on my
stopped
phone.
the
I'm
podcast
sorry.
dead with a little bit of fun question. Everyone's like, I don't
You're
know.
serious?
I'm so sorry. I just have Tekashi 6ix9ine on the brain now. Stupid. Talk amongst yourselves. You know what? Drake's catalog would actually be pretty good to
yeah.
do. So I'm going to choose Drake for the first question because. What about Frank Sinatra, New York, New York? I think that would be my song. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh man, that's an old timer. Old timer.
A
Yeah.
bit of Frankie Boy.
Yeah.
That goes down a treat. Him and
That's a
Dean
good
Martin.
choice.
Yeah.
That reminds me of when I was younger. My dad used to play that when he was steaming. He still does, like, but
It's a good song to sing when
some
you're
of the
really
Rat
drunk.
Pack, man. Yeah, my karaoke tunes ain't that kick in the head. I fucking nail that, by the way.
Ain't
Thanks
that
very
a
much.
kick in the head?
Right, will we get a bit of banter going? Will we maybe jump into a bit of...
Braw or Naw?
Ooh.
Hey.
What he's got for the Braw Or Naws.
I'm absolutely fucked after those questions, man. Like, honestly, like.
Speaking of fucked after questions, right? Claire won.
Police brutality.
Keep your sex games at
Oh yeah, I seen Claire's. Yeah, you keep your legs firmly on the flare, no behind your ears.
I like them behind my ears. No, yeah, she's trying to get a new segment on this show, I think. with her.
Question corner. I would take questions from Claire if she can keep this up weekly.
Yeah.
We will include that. We'll do this after Braw or Naw.
Okay. All right.
Because there was that was a good aim.
I'll get the Facebook post up.
I've got the
What was
Facebook
she
post
up to? That picture. She's lying on her bed doing like yoga or something, and the dog's doing the exact same thing
yeah.
next to her. It's like,
here. Seen a
honestly,
personal
so-
trainer. I don't know if it's some sort of stretch.
Do you ever look at her stories, like her Facebook stories?
Oh, she always puts up some
she's
singers.
like she's like the lad Bible, like in China. Like she has some crazy. I don't know where she finds this stuff.
Right, we'll go. I've got the Facebook post up here, so we'll go
Okay,
to Claire's.
live. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll go to Claire's very last.
Braw or Naw. Braw or Naw. Braw or Naw.
So first of all, police. Shout out to police. Mentioned them earlier. People you fucking hell. 2 Edison guns, man. I'm burst.
You had two.
I'm on my
Bloody
second.
hell, that was quick.
What, you just helped yourself to a second one of my beers that I've commandeered from somebody else that left
Yeah.
them here in the studio.
That's
And
right.
you
That's
never
how it's
even
done.
fucking passed me a
I
second
didn't
one.
care if you finished one. Would you like a second beer on you, man?
Of course I'd like
You
a
got a cup
second
of tea
beer.
in here.
I could go for a cup of tea.
I know, I can
Lovely.
go for a cup of tea as well.
Lovely. Right, so police.
Lovely.
Police rights. People leaving trolleys they use near the trolley shelters instead of taking the extra 3 steps.
Wankers, man. Because I pulled in as this to get money this morning, and somebody had just left their trolley sitting there where they parked their car.
Oh my god.
So as I
That's
swung
lazy.
in behind this
That might
van
have been
was
me.
parked- was it? Genuinely.
Maybe.
Sort
do
it
that.
out, man. Honestly.
Oh, you a
Nee,
bra
nee.
for this? Controversial.
I'm a bra.
Oh my
Sorry.
goodness.
See, I can't even. I'm one of these people that I still park in the parent and child, but even if I've not got Riley
I've
with me,
seen you in the disabled bay, Jordan.
it's because of this. It's 'cause of this.
Here, you can get fucking done for
I've
that.
never
like,
parked
big
in a
time,
disabled
get
bay.
in trouble for that.
Never parked in a disabled bay. You try to get me in trouble.
Just in
saying,
a
I'm-
child bay, they'll fuck the I knew I said fuck the kids.
Wow.
Right,
I'm like that.
I'm going to say no for that one.
I'm gonna
Oh,
say
shit, you're live on Facebook as well.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to delete that.
I won't save it. I won't save it.
No, it's all
I'm
right,
gonna
save
say I'm gonna say no to that too. I was actually gonna go bra for that just because sometimes I'm lazy, but I wouldn't leave it behind a car. I wouldn't leave it right next to my car so somebody couldn't park. So I'm
Rana's
gonna
not
go
going to
no.
fuck, is she? Like, Hayden.
Listen, by the time I've got the kids in the car, the trolley is the last thing that I'm thinking about getting
Right,
back.
it's
Have you heard
so
the
true.
difficulties of getting their shoes on?
Right, so
Unbelievable.
that's a resounding no.
No.
Yeah.
Right,
They need-
we'll go three no's, my bro. Right, Roddy Bader, shout out to Hot Rod.
Rad.
Oh, Rod.
Overnight oats, Braw or Naw. Is it just me or are they just porridge? Hipster porridge? No.
What is
Overnight
the
oats.
over-
I've never had
it's,
overnight
it's,
oats.
it's basically it's nothing special. It's like you get the porridge oats, put them in a tub, pour yogurt over them, mix it up, leave it in your fridge, and then the oats absorb the yogurt. It's like a healthy breakfast type of thing.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Aye, it's good. Aye.
I've not tried that.
Too much work for me, no.
See, I've tried to cut out breakfast, but like I used to have like granola or porridge oats and that in the morning with some fat-free yogurt. But aye, bro,
That sounds really good.
Sounds good.
it's quite filling. Gets you right through to lunchtime.
Not very vegan friendly with the yogurt.
Oh,
yeah, how you doing with
We can
that?
talk about that
I
later on, but-
forgot, man. You've done so well. Come on, it is. You've just broken that vegan rule. You've not talked about being vegan.
Yeah. So you're not really
I
vegan.
think
broke-
he's
you've
been,
broken the
I
first rule
think
of
he's
vegan
been
club.
sneaking meat and
No.
aye.
Not at all. That's terrible.
Mark
see you,
Miller.
Andy.
But I will talk about some cravings that I had at the weekend that I had to really I had to hold
Rein
them
it
back.
in.
I was struggling.
So as if you were hanging, that would have been the worst.
We'll
name.
talk more about that.
We'll get into
talk
it.
about that
So
later.
overnight oats, everyone saying
Aye,
bra?
bro.
Yeah, bro.
Sorry, Hot Rod.
Mark Miller on the check-in. What's happening, boys? Get the fucking trolleys back, he says. So.
Yes, Mark.
Can
Sorry,
yourself.
Mark.
Don't want to be scraping your new car that you just bought from Mark Miller.
Mark Miller, sell your motor.
Yeah.
No,
shopping
money.
Mark, you want to
Left, right,
advertise
Rana.
or pay us for the advertising we've been doing for you for the last couple of weeks?
Joanna, I don't think the people who listen to our show can afford afford the cars that Mark sells. Do you know doing Porsches now?
Oh, is he?
I thought he'd stepped up for minis, as you know. No?
I don't know. I think he has maybe. I don't know if it's Porsches. Mark, can you confirm?
Joanna Morrison, hi Joe. She has said Battenberg cake / marzipan. Bro, all the way.
Braw,
Do like a wee bit of Battenberg with a cup of tea, like.
Love a Battenberg, yeah.
Yeah, love a Battenberg.
Marzipan.
Big bro Paul Patrick used to get a Battenberg cake every year for his birthday. He loves a Battenberg.
Battenberg.
I've had a Battenberg for a long time, actually.
I fancy one now, actually.
Me too.
Nipper and Morrison's
Stop at
afterwards.
Tesco on the way home. No.
Oh, shit.
Don't
Was that a
forget
brawl
to
all
put
the
the
way
trolley
round?
back.
I know, right? I'll get a basket and just throw it in the middle of the street.
Claire Courtney, hello Claire, weird stretcher, has shouted out. Shouted out? What the fuck am I on about tonight?
Shoot it.
Am I having
Claire
a stroke?
Courtney, weird stretcher.
Am I having a stroke?
Hi, Claire.
Too many beers.
Hi Claire. Again, I won a one can Dan. Loud people in the gym, you can, the grunters.
No need.
I heard I was in the Body Academy getting a sports massage on Friday, and the room is just upstairs from the gym, and all you could hear was, "Ah! Ah!" I'm like, what the fuck is that?
I know there's
What is going on in there?
I don't understand. See, if you're needing to grunt that much to get the weight up, you're lifting too much weight. Like
Not necessarily.
when I was in the gym earlier, and like I was struggling towards the end, but you didn't hear me go. "Argh!"
Aye, 20 kilos will not do that, Jordan.
20 kilos. I'll get you up and down this place.
Mark says he sells Mercedes Benz. He says
there you
get
go,
some
sir.
sales sorted out. And he says get you a bad boy PCP for you to own your German whip. Own your own
He's
German
selling
whip.
PCP.
And German whips.
Fucking hell. What's the change? What kind of car garage is it?
An exciting one.
So loud grunters in the gym, how?
No,
there's
you didn't
no
need to be
need.
grunting.
I'm not a
There's
grunter. I'm a hisser.
I don't know.
I'm a hisser.
I suppose you've got to make
Oh,
whatever
no.
noise you need to make to do what you've
Just
got
get the
to
job
do.
done.
Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna be mischievous. Right, so that's a no. Well, this one will hit Mike right in the feels.
Oh,
what
no.
is this?
Shout out to Mitch Hunter, right target.
What's happening?
Jeans with holes in the knees for men.
What was that? Jeans with holes in them for what?
Holes in the knee for men.
Oh, no.
No.
What about you, sir? Don't you have a pair?
No, I don't.
Oh, you don't?
Hi, I thought I've seen you in a
Me
pair
too.
of
No.
ripped jeans. He's got a pair of ripped
He does. He's
skinnies.
lying his ass off.
I own 3 pairs of jeans. I will create a group chat when I go home and I'll send you a photo of each of them. None of them have holes.
Chat.
I'm telling you.
Shouldn't he ripped jeans on, ripped at the knee? The only time you should have that is if you fell over.
You know, the only time that I had that was back in the early 2000s when I was a moshery skater little prick,
Alright.
and I used to fall over and rip my knees open. So
Just me then. I'm
Just you, Mike.
Do you
I'm
like them?
I
do
do
you
like
wear?
them.
Do you wear them?
Yeah, I wear them, yeah.
I'm too old for that, bro.
All right.
Ripped at the knee. You got jeans that are ripped at the knee?
A little bit, yeah.
I've got a few
What happened
pairs.
to you?
What do you mean what happened to me?
Did you fall or did you buy them like that?
I bought them. What do you mean?
Steaming. 3 Bud Lights. Absolutely.
It was
Still
seven,
got
it was
one
7 Bud Lights.
7
Nah.
Bud Lights.
I've never seen you wearing them.
I'll wear them next week if you want.
All right. Challenge accepted.
Right,
Gotta make sure it's not too
is
cold
that, is
out.
that a no, Rana? What was you? You the cast?
Nah,
No.
that doesn't bother me.
No?
Wear what you want.
So it bothers when men don't do manly shit, but it doesn't bother me when they wear women's jeans.
Women's jeans. Why are we doing that though? That's not nice. That's not nice.
Sorry, bro. I knew you would bite straight away. That's a draw, but the guest
A
takes
draw
the
bin.
decide-
a
draw
draw
bin.
But
bin.
the guest takes the deciding vote, so it's a draw.
Ah, there we go.
There you go, Mike.
Right,
I've got your
next-
back, mate.
Seek.
Got your back.
Next one for Tarky, and this has got a comment on it. Someone agrees so much.
Oh.
James Corden, I think he's a proper cunt.
Read the whole thread, yeah.
Johnny Taylor has then replied, he's a wank, and everyone knows it. And this has then been liked twice. I'll say, I used to quite like James Corden when he was on Gavin and Stacey, but see nowadays, man, I find him fucking insufferable. Like, as soon as he shows up on my timeline, I want to chuck my phone across the room. And I don't know why, but he enrages me on sight.
So that's a no then.
That's a no. Yeah, it's a really long drawn out no from me.
Rana?
I don't really see enough of him to.
Me neither. No.
No, it doesn't come up my timeline.
See, that's the interesting point I would make about him. Is I think a lot of folk don't like him. Is he doesn't really resonate or connect with British audiences anymore because you didn't see him on anything
Yeah.
over here.
Nope.
He's always fucking pissing about with
in
Kevin
a-
Hart and all his pals.
I think
Dave
that's-
Chappelle
He's in
and
America,
I think
karaoke
that's
and
maybe
that in
what it is
Hollywood.
he's become quite,
Sorry, Rachel.
no offence, like Americanised. and he's waiting for that sort of
I'm
like that,
offended, yeah.
that shit-eating grin talk show host type of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what I think annoys me, is because I used to like when he was on Gavin and Stacey and he was a bit loose and he was kind of looked himself, but now he's almost a parody of himself.
Yeah.
So that's what I find him
I
irritating.
think he's funny, but
Nah.
I struggle with a lot of comedians. So I mean, he really is bad.
That's
He's
a
not even a
nuts.
comedian.
I
don't
liked
think.
him. I did like him on Gavin Stacey. I think he's a decent actor. He also did like a kid movie. What's that movie with the mouse?
Stuart Little.
Stuart Little. Yeah, he
No,
did-
it was,
not
wasn't
Stuart Little.
It was
What is
I
that shit?
I know what you mean though.
He did the voice for that. Whatever it was.
He did
That
the
was good.
Gruffalo. It was the He was in the Gruffalo.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, he
All
voiced
right.
the mouse in the Gruffalo, I'm sure. Good
Yeah,
film.
he was cool up to that point. I don't really see him enough. I mean, the
Yeah.
carpool karaoke stuff, it's cool, but not because of him. It's cool because of the guest that's
Yeah.
on there. But him singing kind of is a little bit cringy. So I'm gonna go no. I don't know if I'd like him.
That's cool.
He's actually going to go in the Tom Brady shit list this week.
yeah, I'm down with that. Cunt of the week goes
Fucking
to
wee bastard. Get him in.
Cunt of
there.
the week. Cunt of the week.
If he fits, yeah.
Second one from Paul Leask. Tatty scones. Beautiful piece of cuisine.
Oh, beautiful.
I fucking love a tatty
Love
scone,
a
man.
tatty scone.
You know what it is? It's just a great addition to any piece.
Bacon and egg and tatty scone
Oh,
roll.
you filthy bastard. Oh.
To the Whitefriars burger van.
Either that or the way in.
Oh, I was there a couple weeks ago.
Oh,
That
it's
was pretty good.
brilliant.
The way in's
That's
a good
my
one.
fave.
Guys,
Alicia's is the van to go
Oh,
to.
Alicia's
Alicia's,
is
Alicia's
business,
loyal
yeah.
on this podcast.
Alicia's
I
and
am
Bane's
anyway.
I've
loyal.
not had anything from her.
that's good.
Good
I don't
bacon
know. I don't
and
know about
haggis piece,
potato
honestly.
scones.
Really?
I always think they're dead greasy, eh?
They're
Not
cooked
if they're
right.
done right.
Greasy.
They're cooked right. They're good.
If you get them out a pure greasy spoon, aye. If they've been deep fried, aye. But if they've been done on the grill,
I'll eat them, but I won't go out of my way to get a good one.
what
You know
about?
I mean?
Do you like square sausages?
Absolutely not.
Do you not?
No, they're worse. They're terrible.
Don't even get me started. Really.
You
I don't know when they're cooked.
You like flat round sausages? That's how they have them in America, isn't it?
I like that. Yeah.
I bet you could cut a lawn and a bit of circle, you'd eat it just fine.
Aye.
I would, yes. I hate squares.
Some weird phobia of squares. So what are we saying for tatty scones are bro?
Bra.
No, from me.
No.
Oh.
No, just like for the reasons that I just said, they're always generally really, really greasy.
You're going the wrong places.
I don't like them.
Yeah,
enough. So
But
that's-
I didn't.
That's again. That's a draw. But
They're shite.
Rana takes the vote, so that's a braw win.
Mark Miller says Alicia's all the way, Andy Mack.
See, Mark Miller kens a crack.
Well, she obviously can't do her tatty scones, right?
We will not talk about Alicia on this podcast like that.
I don't know. I've never ordered a tatty scone, but Mark obviously works in the car trade, and she obviously, she services a
Yes.
Matt,
a lot
what are
of
the tatty
guys
scones like for Alicia's?
Okay,
up
I'll
that
check
neck of
it.
the woods.
Right. Next one here is big up to Stosh, our man Stosh.
Stosh, man.
Stosh.
This might be. I don't think anyone else will have much of an opinion on this, but all the Marvel series getting cancelled on Netflix. Like we don't know they're coming back on Disney's streaming service.
Oh.
See, I know not a lot of you really give a fuck about Marvel.
I like Marvel stuff.
Yeah, I like
See,
Marvel.
the Punisher's just been cancelled after the second series. So
Right.
the TVs, have you watched like Daredevil and that?
No.
Right, so it's the ones that are on Netflix he's talking about.
Right.
So yeah, Daredevil, Luke Cage, Iron Fist, Jessica Jones, and the Defenders.
Right.
And they've just cancelled a lot of them because Disney, who bought Marvel, are bringing up their own streaming service.
Okay.
So I think what's going to happen is they're going to reboot all of these and include them in the film world going forward.
Okay.
Because apparently Marvel TV and Marvel movies fell out, which was annoying because it would have been good. Because the guy who played Frank Castle, the Punisher, was fucking brilliant.
Or it's just a really convenient way to get all these suckers that are happy to pay. Don't mean it like that, but you know what I mean. They're just happy to just
Like Jordan, yeah.
continually just fucking throw their money at
Streaming service.
the same.
Yeah.
No, just the same fucking Marvel comic book
Oh,
fucking
okay.
shit
Yeah.
over and over again. It's just because I'm no into it, right? But then what will end up happening is you'll end up paying for 2 or 3 different streaming services instead of one to
Yep.
get your Marvel fix.
Yep.
So it's a big con. They're ripping you
It
off,
is.
mate. Wake up.
Sheeple, wake up, sheeple! Get fucking woke, boys!
Just steal it.
You bunch of cuck boys. And they mark on the conspiracy
Nah,
theories.
but I could see that being a thing. Do you know what I mean?
See, I'll say it's
Why
a
not?
no from me because the only 2 of the Marvel series that I liked. I loved Daredevil, all 3 seasons, and both seasons of the Punisher were really good. The other ones were fucking garbage. Luke Cage, Iron Fist, and Jessica Jones were all shite. Jessica Jones season 1 was good, but that's mainly because David Tennant was a fucking tremendous villain. He was creepy as fuck in that series.
I'll say no just because of what Andy said about the streaming services. It's just going to lead to another one. even though I think that's a good business model going forward, people kind of piecing together where their content comes from. I get it, but when it comes to stuff like that, when it comes to like movies, it would be good to just have a Netflix to get it all from one
Well,
place.
I was just
it's
listening
inevitable.
to Joe Rogan's Fight Companion on the way over here. He's getting closer and closer to going on the shit list for me, by the way, when it comes to his podcast.
Why?
There's more bits. Like there was a bit where he was talking about the latest Marvel film, actually, Captain Marvel, and he was instantly slagging it off because Captain Marvel's female. And I know that it used to be that Captain Marvel was originally a male, and then in the storyline he handed off the mantle on his powers to a woman.
Okay.
But he immediately was like, "Oh, they're doing that for inclusivity." Blah blah blah. And I was just like, does it really fucking matter? So he's just more and more every now and again. I'll listen to him. I'm like, okay, unless you're doing stand up, I'm really asked for what you have to say. Anyway, I fucking
Even then, his stand-up shite as well. I think
his last in wasn't great. His first few ones were
I
good,
thought
but
it was
I
again,
thought
like,
the last one was good.
it was good, but it wasn't like I
That with
think,
the vegan cat thing?
yeah, that was
That was good.
I forgot what my point was. Anyway, so fuck it.
Mark Miller says
Braw Or
bacon,
Naw.
link, toddy, and red sauce.
Oh, that's nice.
Heart eye emoji.
Heart
So
eyes
she does
emoji,
do good
indeed.
tatty scones then.
Right, so that's
She just does a good breakfast roll.
She does a good.
She
good
does do a
I'll
good
need to check
piece,
her
man.
out.
Fucking hell,
Ken
man,
who's good?
Mitch.
Val's. Have you ever
What's
been to
Val?
Val's down the bottom of the environment? Oh, she
that on
does
the
an
Arran Road?
amazing chicken burger. Aye. Amazing chicken burger.
I like
No,
a
not
chicken
on Arran
burger.
Road. Not on Arran Road. It's down beside, right
the
near
actual-
the
in
near
the-
right near the recycling centre.
Ah, okay, man, yeah, oh, this shit.
Amazing chicken burger.
We should do that.
Healthy
We
as
should-
well.
That should be like a video feature. We'll go around there a Saturday morning and get ourselves a roll.
Burger.
Yeah, do you know
Yeah.
like on Barstool the guy does one bite pizza reviews? We should do that. 1 bite rolls from all like the
Who's taking
the
one
vans.
bite of a pizza?
Certainly not me.
Fucking
I'm
psychopath.
taking too many bites of pizza.
Anyway,
Fucking
we'll move on from
gagging
that.
for a pizza.
Oh,
Mitch Hunter's got another one.
Of course he does.
Wearing a blazer with bootcut jeans and pointy shoes. Not sure if the word cunt can be an outfit, but that's got to be close. Bootcut jeans in general, I'm not on board
not
with.
keen on them.
I
No.
can't be doing
Boot,
bootcut.
who wears bootcut jeans anymore? No one
People
wears
who
bootcut
haven't
jeans.
changed their style since the 90s. That's who wears bootcut jeans.
So
by.
judgmental on here, aren't we, guys?
To be fair, Tarky probably comes across like a wide range of folk. Do you know what I mean? When
That's
he's out
true,
getting-
yeah.
so you'll see some folk cutting about in some like weird gear. You're just like, and he's like, right, I got to remember that, and let the boys know.
Well, he's got
Fucking
loads of
Monday,
them, so
Tuesday.
I'm going to say no. We'll
What
just
are they
wrap-
all outfits?
Not all.
No,
right.
but I'm
he
gonna-
has a wide variety of
I'm
topics.
going to knock past that one. Right, Sean Gray gave us a top 3.
Oh, excellent.
Have we got one for this week?
We do now.
Okay,
Yeah.
top 3 pick and mix sweets, but we'll get to that later.
Oh, good.
Ooh.
Got time to think about that.
Mitch Hunter, next
Oh
one.
God!
What's chow pastry?
it's,
I don't know what that
CHOUX.
it's like, is it not like a cake? Chow pastry.
Can we get on the Googles?
Here's just put chow pastry equals wank. I don't care what it is, so
Let's have a look.
I'll move on to his
pastry.
next one when we find out. IKEA and or IKEA meatballs.
Oh, IKEA meatballs.
I don't
love
think-
them.
I've
But do
never
you know
had them.
what?
Me
I
neither.
heard on the radio. Sorry, like
Go ahead.
but we have been saying IKEA wrong,
Oh God.
right?
What is it?
It's pronounced IKEA.
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 It's Swedish, isn't it?
It's
yeah. So yeah,
Swedish.
that sounds like something
It's
they
not
would say up there.
IKEA. It's IKEA.
I'm sticking with IKEA. Like,
Aye, I know
fuck,
IKEA's.
fuck the system.
But
mate.
aye.
That's like when people
I've,
change it from
I've never,
GIF
I've,
to GIF.
I've never eaten IKEA meatballs,
Oh,
and I've
my
never had a good
goodness.
trip round IKEA. I remember my mate took me around there when I was hungover, and I lay down for 20 minutes.
Should have went and had meatballs that would have sorted you right out.
Meatballs and the chips.
With the
just
gravy.
Get it just
Oh.
piled
Get
on.
that.
With the jam.
Oh, an absolute feast.
Meatballs and jam is
And
like
jam?
I know it sounds rotten, but it's
She's like, I'm disgusted too, but it's brilliant. I'm absolutely bursting for a piss. By the way.
no that
Do you
toilet's
wanna
so
take-
far
do you
away
wanna
and
take a-
cold.
Can we take 2 minutes?
Yeah.
Oh, we're
I need-
recording for anymore.
Where did we get to?
Braw Or Naws.
I know, which point in the brown nose? Where
Oh,
are we?
we were at chow pastry.
Chow pastry, yes.
Chow pastry.
So
I'm saying no.
I'm sure it'd be pronounced. Is it not pronounced chew?
I thought it was shoe.
Shoe, I reckon.
shoe.
Chooks.
Chucks.
Chuck's pastry. Come on down.
That's
Get some of
Mike's new
Chuck's.
restaurant.
Chuck's pastry.
Oh, not when he's taking a drink.
Oh no.
Yeah, you guys did that to me like 2 weeks ago, man. Like, I had a mouthful of swatch, man. It's just
A
spatter.
muffy, a swatch.
Mouthful of swatch.
Chuck's pastry.
I didn't care what Chuck's pastry tastes like, so I'm going to say no.
You never
Well, it
had
is. It's like what you get with it's like you use it to make cakes and stuff like that. Like
Yeah.
it's a really fine, light,
Yeah.
delicate.
Oh, right.
It's not like your usual Greg
not
sausage
thick.
roll
Nah,
pastry.
I'm not on board. I'm not
It's not
fucking
Scotch
learning.
pastry. Do you know what I mean? It's
If it's
a
no
bit-
flaky, it's no for me.
That's the best he's ever done, by the way. That's the best one you've ever done.
Episode
Oh,
title.
fuck aye.
It's no flaky. It's no flaky.
If it's no flaky, it's no for me. Oh,
I've
fuck
got
it.
notes this week, so I won't need to ask you back in the chat. I'll listen back
Thank
to
you.
it later.
Because we're
That
useless.
is the
What was
best.
it again?
If it's no flaky, it's no for me.
Nice, fucked it. That was,
Nah,
that was a unique moment, but we captured it. We actually got Mike to do a semi-decent...
Right, beautiful.
Right. Next one. Jeremy Corbyn. Mitch Hunter again.
Is this whole fucking party falling apart today? It looks like, yeah.
I came on this, man. I didn't have time for almost any politicians.
Nah, same.
Like, it's,
I'm the same.
come on, it is as well. Right? One thing that got me, I said this today, I was talking to my pal, but it was like, I understand look, anti-Semitism, racism, it's all terrible. However, at this moment in time, do we not need the government to be looking at the fucking bigger picture and trying to fix this Brexit mess
God.
than fucking doing this, that, and the next thing?
Well, I think just to kind of just touch on it very quickly, because I don't want to get bogged down by it. You just feel free to have a read of my Twitter if anybody wants to know really what I think about these kind of things. But
Oh, I may have bookmarked a couple of those, yeah. Seriously.
some good words with dots. Some of them, I tell you. There'll be one coming out in a few seconds. Like, I'm sure I tweeted that back in 2015. Like, makes you go through.
It's an Andy Mac special.
No, like you got to look at it. Like, I mean, the worst. I mean, just the worst of the worst governments in living memory. I mean, you've got one of the weakest oppositions, and the 7 that left today. You'll never meet a bunch with less credibility, less integrity. I mean, they're just political lightweights. They're just nobodies, man.
Andy, you sound really quite knowledgeable.
Yes, he's a smart guy.
Why
I'm
are you
really in my
surprised?
politics, man.
Aye,
like,
aye.
I really am, yeah.
Man, don't be fooled.
I was watching all that stuff today.
Don't
It
be
was
fooled by the
going on
fool.
from fucking 10 o'clock. But listen, I like a lot. He's quite a principled man. I mean, he's pro-Palestine. He's quite anti-big business. I mean, I'm not a very big fan of big business. Big business tends to call the shots these days.
Yeah,
Yeah.
big time.
So, I mean, you've obviously seen the stuff with the Honda plant in Swindon earlier on,
Ford as well.
But
pretty
I mean,
much like
these
they shut down.
businesses, as I say, they wield a lot of power. They go, we're not happy with that decision. Right, we'll just move everything elsewhere, and then everybody's going, right, well, we can't have this now.
Well, look at the amount of money that Trump got for the NRA for his campaign. Do you know what I mean? Thing is, it's too much conflict of interest, and the fact that they're allowed to do these things are.
I think the problem with Jeremy Corbyn is he's incredibly ineffectual at a time when you've got a government across in the opposition benches that are just the easiest walking target that you could ever see, and they just miss open goals fucking week after week in PMQs, man. Labour Party's fucking dead in Scotland as well anyway, so don't forget that either. The Labour Party are dead after they sold their souls here in 2014.
Red Tories hat.
Red Tories high. So
Right.
yeah,
Oh, no.
Jeremy Corbyn.
It's a no from me.
It's like my school report. He's all right. Could do a lot better.
Could do.
I don't really have an opinion.
I don't have an opinion.
I don't have an opinion.
Next one, right? I'll do this. Okay, well, I'll leave some of Mitch's for next week. So, do Mark Miller's. This is a nice wee light-hearted one to finish
Okay.
on.
Yeah, sorry, a bit deep there.
Thornton's chocolate brownies, packet of 9 from Tesco's, as does Sainsbury's. Seriously, Braw.
Braw,
Braw,
definitely.
man. I'm
Oh, yeah.
down for brownies like all day.
They got me into brownies, I think. I didn't really like brownies until I had those. They are really, really good. Yeah.
Chuff makes
See, I
peanut
always
butter
thought
brownies.
brownies was a big American thing. Like,
They are. I just wasn't. I really.
Mom always makes brownies.
Wait,
you
can
know
I do
what
my
mean?
joke? Can I do my joke?
Oh, sorry.
I'm not really a big chocolate guy. Well, I'm a big chocolate guy.
Ba-dum-bum.
You don't laugh, you're racist.
I wasn't. No, I wasn't. I didn't really like chocolate too much, but I really got into it here probably because the chocolate here tastes so much better than it does in America. So
I had
definitely
a brownie
Braw.
today, actually, from the college. They're gluten-free ones. Belgian chocolate brownie. Oh,
Does sound good, actually.
so nice.
Brownie's got to be moist, though, eh?
It was so moist.
Oh,
You gotta
It
have
was
moist
so
brownie.
moist.
That'll be Rachel turning off now. That's one of her words. She doesn't like the word
I don't understand
moist.
people that don't like the word moist. What is that?
But
It's
It's
just a
only
word.
like-
It's just a word.
It's a word that sounds like what it is, though, doesn't it? Moist.
Aye, but
Moist even sounds moist, if that makes sense. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does make
Cool.
sense.
Thank you.
well,
Anyway,
words are supposed to sound like what they are.
Like what else?
I don't know.
Nah.
Damp.
Well, what's
Fusty.
it?
Fusty.
Fusty, yeah. Fusty does sound fusty.
It does sound
Fusty does sound fusty,
Yeah, it
but
does. Moist just makes you think of like damp, and then
Aye.
you think of damp, and you think of like. I think of like
Greek.
trees and moss and like
Yeah.
wet green
Aye,
plantation.
Glass
but not in a
grass.
bad way.
Swamp.
Like your plants
Yeah.
need to be moist. The soil needs to be moist for them to be healthy.
That's
Correct.
true.
So if it's no moist, it's no healthy.
Exactly.
Tell that to your
There's no
missus.
moist. There's no, there's no moist. There's no for me. Andy Mackley, anything moist.
Be known to partake.
Brilliant. Right, well, we're getting that time. We'll
Oh my
maybe go into it, but we'll do top 3.
God.
Oh no, wait, we've got to do Claire's question. Claire's
Yeah.
question. Fucking bird.
And now, Claire's questions.
Fucking. Oh no, that's wrong. Hang on. Fuck me. Here we go. Right.
This is so weird.
Question time with Claire Courtney. If you were in prison and there was a 5 centimetre diameter hole in the wall that you could get anything you wanted from outside, what would it be? Mine would be noodles or knives.
A 5 centimetre diameter
What's
hole.
5 centimeters in
Yeah.
American?
What is-
Well, that's 5 centimetres would be about that. So the whole probably be you easily be able to get like a can
5
of beer through
centimetres.
it or
Oh,
like a
Depends how long
mobile
I've been in
phone.
there for.
Jesus Christ.
I might be needing a bar of chocolate.
Aye, that's whatever.
And the show has reached a new
And
low.
the show has reached a new low. Hopefully your son
Excellent.
doesn't say that in school tomorrow, does it?
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Anyway,
So,
right.
how many things? Just one, or
Let's get. You can have 2 things you can get for the hole.
Okay.
Aye.
2 things you could get through the
I've seen,
Hassle
I've seen
or-
that one.
Hassle or happiness.
All right, come on.
Right. Okay. Anyway, right. We'll go to the table. Andy Mac, you go.
0.6,
probably like a good sized mobile phone. Let's be honest.
Okay.
I mean, that's my access. That's my contact with the outside world.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's an important one. I think the other thing for me would be one of those little sort of foldy portable guitars.
Oh, I've never
fair
seen
enough.
that.
Yeah,
Oh.
so you can get them. So like basically they kind of fold and they're like really. They can be folded up to be really small, so you can take them on airplanes and that. They're meant for travelling with, basically. I'm pretty confident that could get through a 5 centimetre diameter hole when
Well,
it's
she
kind
did
of.
say you can get anything through it. So
Well, that. What? I thought you said it had to be a 5 centimetre hole.
I don't know
though.
if that's. She says there's a 5 centimetre diameter hole in the wall.
Yeah,
you
because I
can
mean,
get-
if it's a
but
5
then-
centimetre hole,
then-
I'm not going to
but-
say I
But
want a
then she
fucking
goes, you can get
BMW.
anything from you want. So,
Aye, but then it has to fit through the hole.
aye.
So, no, for me, definitely be a mobile phone
That's
with.
pretty cool. I've never seen one of those. Yeah, those guitars.
Yeah, there you go. There, see
Let's see.
that? That would go through.
You can slide that through there. I'll post a picture on the Facebook page, or you can go to
So
uncommongoods.com.
then that way, I'd be able to have contact with the outside world with my phone. I'd be able to still make music with my guitar, and then I'd be able to record the music through my phone and still get it up on the internet and get it out to the world.
Oh, you're dedicated.
And
Andy
I would
Mac.
also be able to pass the time because I'd be bored as fuck
Fair enough.
Yeah.
sitting in jail. So
I
why
would
not just
rip
sit
the
and
heat
write
off it
tunes?
for days, man.
Well, I'm locked away with my mate. What was his name? Iron.
Pumping iron.
Pumping iron.
So that's the 2 things I would go for. Good question.
Rana.
That is a good question.
You go first, Mike.
Yeah, it would definitely need to be a phone. The largest phone I could get through that screen, through that hole. I mean, Jesus.
Get a tablet.
Yeah, maybe a little phablet. Yeah, a little phone tablet thing.
Tablet.
I would definitely want some type of snack or something in there too. Let me think about maybe those Thornton's brownies. Slide those through the.
See, that's the thing, though. I thought about a snack, and Claire mentioned noodles, didn't she?
She did, yeah.
But what happens once you've eaten it?
Oh, it's gone. Yeah.
You can get anything you want. I'd imagine it means you can get unlimited supply.
She's going to need to be more
She's got to
specific.
specify. Right? Let's just go.
God damn you, Claire.
I know.
Yeah,
Chicken foot.
yeah. I would go with. Oh, I know what I'd go with. I'd go with a phone and some Tang Fastics. Shove that right through that hole and eat that.
Tang fasting.
Tangy.
Love them.
A wee tangy hole.
Haribo.
I would have a tablet and bag of Rice Krispies and cooking chocolate.
Okay.
Okay. Cooking chocolate. I'd have to go
Make
with
crispy cakes.
tobacco.
What are you cooking it with?
Yeah, I know, right? Or hot stove.
Well,
or
I
hot
could
plate.
just like sit on the chocolate and something.
Have you been in jail? Jeez, that's a good idea to melt that. Yeah.
How's that chocolate? It's not ready yet.
So you could have anything in the world, but you wanted Rice Krispies and chocolate.
Well, I'm thinking
Maybe the
that
tablet can
crispy-
get warm enough if you use it enough.
crispy
Put the chocolate in there.
cakes. I can make quite a lot of crispy cake. Oh, I would need the crispy cake holder things as well, the cupcake holders.
What could
Do you like you're abusing the hole now? Right. I'd go with a bit of tobacco. I'd go mental if I didn't have my
yeah.
Oh,
smokes.
nah.
Plus,
Plus,
that's
you can use it as
currency.
currency,
That's
yeah.
currency, yo.
That's still the case in jail.
Nah,
Probably.
currency.
Either that or vape juice. Do you think they sell vape? Does it vape juice currency?
It's a
I
commissary.
wonder if
yeah.
you can get that in the prison shop nowadays.
Andy Mack's boot and a half.
Vape juice.
It's friend of the show, Barkright, Colin.
All right, Park, right.
We're not going to take that just now.
You should pick it up and put them on the show. See what it says.
You could be booting off. Oh, if you want me to come to you'd be wondering why I'm not at the green room yet.
I'd go for tobacco, and I'd probably also go with a phone or tablet.
Yeah.
Listen to podcasts and tunes and that while I'm smoking myself silly. So thank you, Claire. Come up with a new one, but we need to be a bit more specific next time. We're getting a bit later on in the show. Should we jump into a bit of what we're watching and listening to? Or
We've got a top 3 though.
top 3?
Yeah,
Sorry.
Wait, I want to
What
touch
is
on
the
one
top
thing.
three?
I'm sorry. Before we move on to top 3, about the girl that went over to Syria.
Oh, that's a can of worms, Michael. We're almost 2 hours in here, son. Let's do this.
Do you not want to touch it?
Let's do this.
We don't have to go too long on it.
Let's do this. I said this here. I said the other day was, I don't think she should be let back in.
Yeah.
However, I feel like her bairn should be taken off her and put into some sort of care. Because she doesn't seem very well balanced. From what she's done to herself, I don't think she's responsible enough to look after a child. So I don't think she should be let back in. Not fuck her. But her bairn, I think, should be taken off her and put into some sort of care system and looked after properly.
Well, I looked at it from the way of, like, she left when she was 15.
Yeah.
But
So
she not said
that's-
she doesn't regret anything.
Yeah, she said that.
Yeah.
She's showing no signs
How old
of...
is she now?
19? Is it?
She's not apologised. She's completely unrepentant for everything that she's done. So you just...
The way I say it, she shouldn't be let back in, but I believe the baby should be given a better quality of life than it would be. I don't think if she's back in the UK, that bairn should be taken off her and looked after properly.
Well, I think one of the reasons why she wanted to come back because she lost a couple of kids over the last couple of years, didn't she? Because
They killed or something.
because they when I guess through childbirth she lost them just because they weren't, the hospitals probably aren't as good as they are here, so she wanted to have the babies here now. So I think that everyone should stay there if you wanted to go there. But I kind of see the other side of it. If she was repentant and she was like, you know what, I feel bad. She was 15 years old, and we don't try 15-year-olds or minors as adults here. They make poor decisions. Old and I make poor decisions. So I would have been like, you know what, come back over. But if she's still saying,
That's
nah,
what I genuinely, I think the baby should be looked after. I genuinely do, because I don't feel like she is a responsible enough or well balanced enough individual to look after and properly care for a child. So if she's over here now, I think that kid should be taken off her and she should be told to get to fuck. To be completely honest with you.
shut her down. And they said no.
Well, it's a shame, but like I say, she took that decision on. If she's been trying for a baby over there, I don't know what the situation is with that, whether or not. But if she's lost a couple and she's wanting to come over here to make sure the babies can be delivered safely, I think she lost that privilege when she fucked off to join a terror group. To be completely honest with you,
I agree.
Oh, I'll chip in my 2 cents on this.
Go for
It's
it.
just simply why the sudden media interest in this one particular case?
Yeah.
Who are the lawyers that are involved? Who's financing that? Who's financing all of the lawyers and the representation for her? The fact that then the media are all falling over themselves now. She was interviewed by Sky News and the BBC a couple of days ago. There's a lot more than meets the eye.
What are you thinking,
So,
Andy?
I'm not entirely sure yet because
it caught me as it smells a bit suspicious that this one gets a lot of.
do you know what? It's not something that I've done a huge amount of, I wouldn't say investigation, but more sort of reading into and trying to get more of the backstory before I make any conclusions. But my initial thoughts are, who are these representatives? Why are they involved? Who's paying for all of this? What's the ultimate end game here? I'm wondering, Listen, I'm not going to sit here and speculate. Like I say, I've not done enough
it
homework
smacks of
on the
something,
case,
you
but
know,
just from it's all a bit odd.
The article's a bit weird though, because it says that she doesn't regret it, but she says the caliphate is over. There was so much oppression and corruption that I don't think that they deserved victory. Talking about
So
ISIS.
she
which is
shat it.
weird.
Thing is, the way I see it, like Andy Max touched on there, and the way it sort of smacks to me of like, you know, when the anti-feminists get pure mental because
Sorry, guys.
the anti-feminists get mental because someone's being like ridiculous, and they jump on that, like some transgender, like, do you know what I mean? Just the things that you see the people who are against a lot of the free speech and the Me Too movement gone it. The ones that don't really speak for the rest of the movement are almost always the ones that get the attention, so that there can be a negative press spin on it. And like Andy says there, who's financing this? Who's brought this to the media attention? When there's so many people who are actually needing to come over here for
Who's
safety.
orchestrating this large? It's essentially almost a PR campaign.
Yeah.
But the fact is that she has lawyers representing her there. She's not receiving legal aid for. Who's paying for that? There are a number of unanswered questions.
So what? She's
and
trying to get back. She's trying to get back into the UK.
what I don't understand is she's a pawn in something. What I can't quite figure out is what's the larger play that she's a part of.
Could be anything to do with like to stop the freedom of movement or that. Do you know what I mean? It's,
Could be something else
Well,
going on right now.
to get the people. It's a fucking conspiracy. Hi.
Who knows?
Do you know what I mean? Like,
Don't get
it's-
me started
I
on
didn't
freedom
care.
of movement.
No, that's what I'm
either,
saying, but it's
Maybe float that. You float a mother with a child, and then everything else after that is pretty much. You
that's
say
what I'm
no
saying,
to that,
and
and you say no to
instantly,
everything
for the
else
people
after
who
that.
are easily impressionable, to just give it a blanket term, immediately, as soon as you think of immigration, you think of this case, and this makes you annoyed. So even the people who want to help people who are in bad war-torn situations, war-torn countries, refugees, people like us who quite
Wonder what's
happily,
going on in Westminster right now.
they're all touching burns. That's
Listen,
what
she's a British citizen. She has every right to come back. However, there are a number of issues that are a little bit disturbing, as I say, completely unrepentant for her actions so far. No sign of an apology. There's a lot more to it than meets the eye. It is not just as cut and dry as what the media would have you believe. So, but that's all I would have to say on that.
Anyway, what's your favourite top 3 pick and mix sweeties?
Ooh, strawberry, fizzy strawberry, non-fizzy strawberries, and a bomb.
A
What flavour bonbon? Strawberry. Right, I've
Yes.
got mine nailed down. I've got the pink and blue fizzy bottles,
Uh-huh.
the jelly snakes,
Uh-huh.
and chocolate flavoured raisins.
Ooh.
Boom, have that.
Put that in your pipe and smoke it.
Yeah, I was in there with the sour cola bottles.
Oh, aye.
Yeah.
One of my favourites. The sour kind of like love heart kind of shaped ones. They were like blue and red kind of colour.
I know what
A
you
lot
mean.
like the blue and red cola bottle, same
Yeah,
flavour.
I feel you.
And giant snakes as well.
Giant snakes are a belter, man. They always get at
Always
least
gotta have
two
a
there.
giant
Oh,
snake.
laces. I forgot about laces.
I'm not a big
Oh,
fan
that's
of
on
laces.
my strawberry laces.
Yes.
The pink and the white chocolate little mice.
Okay.
That's top on everyone's list.
That's
I'm
a good
supporting
choice.
the three.
I sometimes-
actually.
I had a
This
bad
is- this
experience
is-
with them ones.
This is going to go into detail. Sometimes they can be a bit too sugary.
No way. No such thing.
That's because they're the bottom of the bag sweet. But Mike, I'll let you finish.
They are bottom of the bag sweet. And the white chocolate discs with the sprinkles, the millions on top.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I
Real
forgot
good.
about them.
quickly in my house.
You know, I was speaking. My old man says to me, was that they didn't do pick and mixes in the supermarkets anymore.
They do in Tesco.
Little
Dude, I'm in
bit.
Tesco.
Yeah, the
So
one
they used to
on
have the
Creek
beast
Road.
one. They used to have a beast one in Asda.
But they cut it
Aye.
down. You're right.
How Abdi nicks it.
Well, I used to go shopping with
Me
my
included.
granny, and she'd
Going
be
in on my
like,
own.
"Come on, just take a wee couple out there."
Do you remember was it in Woolies? They used to have them right by the front door. You'd walk in, fill your bag up, and they just stroll the fuck out.
I get a
No,
rip in the
never
chat
done
for
any of that.
Woolworths. Remember those days,
R.I.P.
man.
yo. Right,
Oh,
so
those
that
were-
was a
those were
really
the days,
rapid
man.
top 3.
It was good. That was a good one. Yeah.
Right, well, we'll
Full to
jump back. Get at us with your top 3s. No category 2, inane or boring. We will fucking go over it.
And your clearest questions.
Yeah. Right, let's jump into what we've been watching and listening to this week.
What have you been watching or listening to this week?
Oh well, I went to the pictures.
Well, you got to give it time for the theme song.
Oh, sorry.
No, I was saying.
Sorry about that.
Go ahead.
Right, go now.
Go.
So I went to the pictures
Nice.
to see the new Lego movie.
How was it?
What was it?
torture.
Oh,
Really?
No.
It was torture.
Did you like the first one?
You hate to build it
Didn't
before you
see
start
the first
watching it.
one.
You didn't see the first one?
It just gave me a sore head, all the noise and the bright colours, and I was like, I can't even watch this anymore.
Did your kids
That's
have a good
disappointing.
time?
They enjoyed it.
That's all that matters.
See, I like the first one.
Yeah,
So-
first one was
See
good.
the first one.
See, as we've got an agreement. I get to take the wee man to all the superhero films. My ex gets them to take them all that type of stuff. So I'll have to wait until it goes on the telly,
Yeah.
unless I go see it myself. But probably won't.
You could. Any
Anything
music?
else?
Nope.
Okay.
Fair enough. Mike, you want to go?
I do want to go. Was listening to 50 Cent's greatest hits the other day.
Banger.
He's
They
got a
always
few.
jump up on my gym playlist. You can't beat a wee 50 track for a wee gym
He's
session.
got some good stuff. Drake re-released his first. I don't know if it was his first, but it was his most popular. It was the 10-year anniversary of So Far Gone, most popular mixtape. This is the first time I've actually heard of it, but it was cool to see like all the people who just found Drake over the last like 3 or 4 years. Like, this new Drake album is so cool. I was like, no, this is fucking 10 years old. Relax.
Can't believe it's 10 years old.
I know, and it's really good. It's a really good album. It's like an old mixtape where it's like we're gonna take beats from other places and then do them over. You know what I mean? Not just like
That's getting
shit
downloaded
for
right
streaming.
now.
It's really good. It's really good. But we should have knew this was coming because remember when Kanye was tweeting about how he was afraid of Drake and he was like, "And I'm not clearing the sample." It was clearing the sample for this.
So he has eventually cleared
which he
the
did
sample.
Clear it, yeah, because he's an asshole.
No, 'cause he knows you can make money now.
That too, yeah. And I don't know if we talked about this last week. Abducted in Plain Sight.
All I've seen about is the guy keeping the boy a hand job. That's all I've seen about this program.
So, Abducted in Plain Sight. I think I watched this maybe that night after the podcast. It's about a family. This is like mid '60s in Utah, and they have a couple of daughters. And this pervert takes a liking to one of their daughters, and he ends up like kidnapping her and takes her to Mexico and marries her. And he gives her like this whole thing about how they need to have sex because the alien's gonna come and like kill her
Sick.
dad. He ends up getting the parents. He has affairs with both of the parents, the dad and the mom. And this is how he keeps their mouth shut throughout the whole time. It is, if it was a movie, like a real movie, you would be like,
Oh,
nah,
well,
I'm
what
not
is
watching.
it?
It's a documentary. It's real.
Oh, what? Jesus
I, don't know, I keep meaning to get round to it, but like, it's-
You would cut it off halfway
no, I
through if
couldn't
this was
watch
if
that.
it was a movie. You'd be like, no way, this would actually happen in real life. And they've ended up like selling books about this and all this shit. But it is fascinating to watch people watch their daughter kind of get just
I
taken
couldn't
away
watch stuff like that.
and brainwashed, and then not really do anything about
Watch-
it because
watch-
the guy gave him a hand job because the mom slept with him.
That's like the best meme I've seen is I can get on with this. I can get on with doing this. But why the fuck did the dad wank him off?
Yeah, it was weird. But yeah, check it out if you can sit through
What's
it.
your
But,
rating? What's the rating on it?
I'll give it like a 7.5. It was
7.5
all right.
bananas? Nice.
Just because maybe it would have been higher if it was a little bit more believable. But
It was so realistic, it was unbelievable.
yeah.
Nice.
Oh, and my man Takashi's getting out of jail because he's ratting. So
He won't
stupid.
Fucking
He
grass.
won't he will not last long at all. You can't be a snitch in the rap game, surely. That's
Hopefully they'll pay for his tattoos to get off his face. Sorry, go ahead.
I listened to the Specials' new album, Encore, Specials' first album in a long time. Not the ska extravaganza I was thinking. I only listened to about sort of maybe just over half of it, but right disco feel about it, but really fucking good. Really, really good. Love the Specials, man. Love me a bit of ska. Like I touched on earlier, watched Bohemian Rhapsody. Brilliant film. Great film.
Hanky, you're right.
Well, but then it led me to then go and actually. I've always liked the Queen songs I've heard, but I've never really taken the time to get into their back catalogue. But I spent the last few days after watching it listening to their songs, man. And even though they're not all to my taste, just the composition of them is sensational. So I'd give Bohemian Rhapsody. The film itself, I'd maybe give like a 7.5 out of 10.
All right.
Decent film, really well. Like
A
it's,
real tearjerker.
yeah, man, but it's tough to tell a story about a guy like Freddie Mercury because there's so many things you could focus on that to fit it in to a decent 2-hour film and feel like you've got the most of the story is really good.
That's why these things are never generally that good for
Well,
that reason.
yeah, but that's what I say, it's tough to
Plus,
do.
it's
like-
not like you can do anything with the ending. You all know how it's going to end, and it's not a good ending.
Yeah,
you know what I
but
mean?
like it was the way that they did it. They didn't focus too much on his illness, which would have been a really depressing way to end the film. Sort of the spoilers. They sort of end it at the Live Aid performance. You know what I mean, that sort of seminal moment for Queen. And I didn't realise that they'd had all this hassle in between, like at the peak of their band to when they went on and done Live Aid. I didn't realise they'd had a fallout for a long time, that they hadn't actually performed together. They were a last minute addition to Live Aid. You know what I mean? They only accepted it maybe a month or two before because they'd been offered it for a long time. I didn't realise the people, like he had a lot of poisonous people in his life that were speaking in his ear, and he was writing his drugs and these fucking mad sex parties and stuff, and he just... So it was a really good story, like I say, it really got me at the end. What else? I've completely forgotten. I should really start writing this shit down.
You should.
But yeah, 7.5 hours for Bohemian Rhapsody, and I'll tell you what, I rewatched Frankie Boyle, The Last Days of Sodom, his stand-up. Oh my god, man, that
Funny.
it's just...
Great crowd roasting that.
Oh yeah, he is. If you ever want to see a comedian do crowd roasting, good crowd work, Frankie Boyle is the man. He is so to the bone, but at the same time, he just is. He's insanely funny, and the way that he can get away with the things he said, just because of the career he's built for himself, and he's an intelligent guy, really well thought out guy, knows his stuff, and like some of his stuff is pretty fucking grim, but at the same time, it is sensational. My favourite one is, I couldn't afford to go to the Olympics and watch the synchronised swimming, so I watched a woman drown through a kaleidoscope.
Jesus Christ.
So grim, but I love a bit of Frankie Boyle. So that was me, Andy Mack. What you got this week?
Not much. Been listening to UK rapper Harvs Le Toad. Pretty good. If you look on my Facebook page, you'll see that I shared one of his videos that's just been done off it. So they just went and took a load of acid, and then went and filmed the video. It's funny, like right at the start of it, you can see their eyes are pure bulging at their heads, they're like tripping at their nut. Great fucking song though. And he's just got his new album, Chicks and Tika, it's called.
Chicks and Tika?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's pretty cool. Feature on there from a guy I was talking about the last couple of weeks, Dirty Dyke, because I was listening to his album quite a bit. Other than that, I just had the Gyro Babies in the studio. Shout out to Mr. Mark McGee and Gordy Duncan, they were in. So I've been listening to that a lot because I've been mixing that this week. Sounds fucking beast.
Nice.
Sounding fucking great. And as far as watching stuff, I watched the first episode of the Ted Bundy thing you were talking about a couple of weeks ago.
What like's that?
Yeah.
It was all right, but like, you know, it was a Netflix and chill kind of thing. Do you know what I mean?
Setting that mood right, boy.
Yeah, I know.
The serial killer who killed women.
It's all right, babes. I'll keep you safe. No, I'm joking. No, I was just chilling. I was legit watching that. Watching the episode, it was all right. So, what else we got? Not much that I can think of at the moment. So,
Nice.
it's just been a lot of mixing, a lot of the usual shit for me working.
Well, let's wrap this shit up for another week, shall we?
You're ready to roll.
Yeah, I'm fucking hungry. You go ahead and
Yeah, I'm
have some
hungry too.
toast. Anyway, thank you very much, Rana, for coming on once again.
Thank you very much for having me.
Very exciting times. We will share all the details of the upcoming events on the page
Yep.
once everything's been announced and nailed down.
Yes.
Look out for that. Come support your local scene. Perth is fucking booting off right now.
It is. Good time.
You want to shout out your social medias?
Yeah, so I'm on Facebook, Twitter now,
Yes.
Hey.
Instagram, and SoundCloud.
Tremendous.
Just search for Rana Marathon.
Rana Marathon, yep.
There you go.
Is that your Twitter? You got a Rana Marathon Twitter?
Yeah. Yep.
Isn't it
So what's the
Marathon
blend
Rana?
in standout Twitter as well, just so the
Oh,
listeners can get that?
BISO Scott and Blend and Standout Facebook, Blend and Standout Instagram. No, yeah, Blend and Standout Instagram. And the next event's 1st of March.
Dos, come
Usual
do.
Get those
usual times, BYOB, £5 entry.
Let's get
Raffle
smashed.
tickets.
Raffle.
Best
aye.
raffle in Perth.
Hell yes.
Yeah.
Slack line up already.
It's dead.
Can I come? Have I said that? Have I missed it? Aye.
Yeah.
Oh, Dos.
Stop pestering me, Jordan. Fucking hell.
Come on, you're fucking Dos. Right, thank you once again, Rana. We are on Facebook, Podbean, Monkey Sword Fight Podcast. Do you want to sponsor this podcast? Do you want to get your business out there? No business too big or small. And like Mikey said earlier, we can give you an invoice for tax purposes.
Ooh.
Get in contact with us. Let's talk business.
Goodness.
Business.
Monkey Sword Fight Podcast at gmail.com. I am on Twitter at Wagwan Patrice.
I'm on Twitter at _M_dots.
And I'm ranting about things on Twitter at the moment at Macapella.
Spicy Twitter for Macapella.
Political Twitter for me.
Thank you very much once again for everyone who has contributed. Get us with your top threes, your Braw or Naws, your Agony Andes. I'm fucking dying to do
Oh,
that.
yeah. What's happened to Agony Andy?
Oh, there was a belter a couple of weeks ago. Honestly.
And Agony Andy's
People, I
needing
think-
an Agony
Nah,
Andy.
I think that. Yeah, I think I am actually. I think people have stopped writing in because it just became so brutal so quickly.
Oh,
didn't it?
brilliant.
I can imagine.
Please just get in, even if it's not for you. If you know a pal who could do with some advice, like I said, we are very discreet. We will
Right
share
on their
no
behalf,
names.
yes.
Send us some details. But anyway, thank you very much for listening. Thank you very much for sharing, liking. Can we actually go onto iTunes, leave us a wee review, click as many stars as you want, but just write a wee bit of bump about what you think about the podcast. Let's get ourselves up in the algorithm.
Yeah.
Thank you very much once again. We love you all. Take care. Peace.
Peace.